What's up, everybody? Tuesday. We're moving through the week. Hey. I miss the days when Rogan was live, dude. I really miss it. You know, it's just like Rogan's so late to every topic because they're like doing what most podcasts do now, which they don't do live. They fucking bank it, and then a week or two later it fucking comes out. And it's like nobody cares anymore, dude. I really miss Rogan being live. I think Rogan needs to go back to being live. It's like, yeah, I get it. You might lose some money or whatever. You know, it's like the YouTube algorithm's already throttling the fuck out of you, Rogan. Just go live, bro. Just go live. I miss those days, man. I don't know. How about you guys? You guys miss it when Rogan was live? I definitely miss that. But yeah, he finally got into, I was waiting to see what he'd say about the Epstein files. This is another Epstein file heavy fucking episode. And we're going to start with Rogan. He had Danny Jones on today. Danny's becoming a pretty big podcaster, I've noticed. He's now he's on Rogan. A lot of people like his show. I've seen some episodes of it. It's pretty interesting. It's very like old school like Rogan. It reminds me of old school Rogan, the Danny Jones podcast. Let's get to this. Let's see what old Rogies had to say, man. Let's see what he had to say. I'm sure he's not happy, dude. I'm sure he's like a lot of people jumping off the old Trump train.
What do you think about
what's up, everybody? Smash a thumbs up.
Thing that just happened this morning.
Kind of crazy.
He's free.
I'll tell you what, Kurt Metzger called this from the beginning. And especially when he found out that Comey's daughter was going to be the judge.
Love Kurt Metzger.
Did you know that?
No, I did not.
Yeah. Wasn't she the same judge on the Ghislaine Maxwell case? Yeah.
Oh, yes, I did hear this.
Yeah. Bro, where's the videos? They were telling us that videos are going to come out. Incredibly high-profile people doing horrendous things, evil things. People are going to go to jail. People are going to be shocked.
Yeah.
Where?
Right.
Nothing.
Well, like,
zero.
My thing about the Diddy thing is like, I don't really give a fuck. These people they're of age. They're like 18 years old. And is it shitty what he's doing, trying to like use people and leverage them into do these weird sexual things and like sick shit, just the most sick shit you could possibly think of. But like the way I look at it is these people are using this Diddy stuff. All it does is like take away from the real child trafficking that's going on with like underage kids, right? There's like what 300,000 something like missing kids.
I get what he's saying, but we should care about any blackmail ring. I mean, if they're adult women, they're being taken advantage of, and this is being used to corrupt people in positions of power, I think we should care about that. Obviously, you know, it is more fucked up when it involves children, but I think we can care about both at the same time.
Like, talking about Diddy and his oil parties with these 18-year-olds, like, do I think it's good? No. I want to beat up their dad, but other than that, I don't really give a fuck if there's like 18 to 19-year-olds that are doing this stuff, as long as they're not being like actually like physically raped. But I mean, it seems like what's going on is just like this weird cultish thing where they slowly get creep closer and closer and closer to this thing. Like, oh, I'm here now. All these famous people are here. They're doing this. Like
elaborate parties, lots of money, everything you want. The golden carrot at the
end. Yeah, the problem is women, 18 to 19-year-old women, are not really adults yet. I know they're technically adults, but they're still like fucking children in the brain. And when they get around famous people, they will do fucking anything with the idea that they might possibly become famous or get some clout or something. So, yeah, I don't know, dude. I think Diddy's getting off light. And the idea that, was it Cheney's daughter is the same one that prosecuted Ghislaine is prosecuting Diddy? I don't know, man. It makes me really wonder what the fuck is going on.
The end of the stick.
Right.
So the thing is, he's not even being charged for any of the things he just brought up. He's not being charged for blackmail.
Welcome to the show,
It's kind of crazy because, what did they do? Why did they tell us that there was all these videos of all these high-profile people and then silence, and then it never comes up once during the trial? There's none of that stuff in the trial. In the trial, it was his ex-girlfriend Cassie. They were talking about, so like. He's up for these 2 charges left, and it's like prostitution, something. It's like nothing stuff. It's like stuff that he's going to go to jail for like 5 years, if at all, and probably won't.
Right.
And he's already been in jail for. So like, what is time served now? It's over a year, right?
Yeah. No, I think he's going to walk, dude. I mean,
I think he's going to walk too.
I don't think he's going to spend any time.
And this is what Kurt Metzger called a long time ago. As soon as he saw that it was Comey's,
maybe Kurt Metzger needs to put his hat in the ring for running for president next. I'm seriously, everybody, come on. We got to get everybody out here trying to fucking be president, dude. Kurt, we need Alex Jones, we need Tucker, we need Joe to run as well. Fuck it, Bert Kreischer, run for president.
Daughter.
I'm telling you, this thing where like celebrities become the front runners is not going away. So pick your favorite celebrity and yeah, let's get behind him.
Like, oh, he's going to walk. Trust me, he's going to walk. There's a bunch of high-profile people that are connected to this.
Yeah.
They're covering it all up. If he goes down, they go down. So he's not going to go down.
Right.
So that's the thing. Like, if he really did have like really wealthy, high-profile people at his parties, which we know he did, you know, Diddy prosecutors abandoned multiple allegations against rapper days before trial's end. Hey, he says,
wow.
Hey, remember I called it? This is Kurt Metzger on Twitter. Because James Comey's daughter is the prosecutor. Yep. Remember how well she swept up on the Ghislaine trail?
Yep.
Hey, who else called it?
Yep.
I can't be the only one. Yeah, he called it.
Yep.
He called it in
He
called it in the fucking green room of the mothership. Right when he found out, he goes, he's going to walk. I'm like, what are you talking about? Have you heard these charges?
Yeah.
He's going to go to jail.
Yeah.
No, Metzger was right.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And then we I don't know what happened with Ghislaine Maxwell.
And you don't think
What's
they
she
could
doing
fake
right
the
now?
moon landing?
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Is Joe back to believing the moon landing is fake again? Joe flips on this one all the time. It's like, oh, what day of the week is it? It's Wednesday? Oh, yeah, he believes the moon landing happened. Oh, Thursday? Yeah, now he's back. He don't believe it again.
Got videotaped, and all of a sudden they don't. You know, you got the director of the FBI on this show saying there's no if there was, nothing you're looking for is on those tapes. Like, what? Why did they say there was thousands of hours of tapes of people doing horrible shit? Why did they say that?
Right.
Didn't Pam Bondi say that?
Yeah.
What, are you talking about Epstein or Diddy?
Yeah, Epstein.
Epstein. Yeah, she said it literally, I think, a week before you had the FBI director sitting here telling you there was nothing, right?
She said something about that there was like thousands of hours of tapes of people doing horrible crimes.
There is. And didn't the FBI dude say that there was nothing?
Kash Patel said there's nothing you're looking for. Oh, okay. Okay. I mean, what am I going to do? I'm going to push back.
Right. No.
Yeah, Joe, you should push back. You should invite him back on the show and have him fucking explain himself. And more than just trust me, bro. When they do the trust me, bro, go now. I'm sorry, I can't trust you. You work for the government.
Of course, I
obviously,
understand.
I can't trust anyone who works for the government.
Has to say.
Right.
Mystery surrounds the Jeffrey Epstein files after Bondi claims tens of thousands of videos. Tens of thousands. Jesus Christ.
I'll tell you what.
Chill. Oh my God. Was reviewing tens of thousands of videos, the wealthy financier with children or child porn. The comment made to reporters of the White House days after a similar remark to a stranger with a hidden camera raised the stakes for President Donald Trump's administration to prove it has in its possession previously unseen compelling documents, or just bomb Iran and everybody forgets.
Just bomb Iran, yeah.
Everybody forgets about it.
Yeah, it seems crazy that we're just... I would think just Trump's demeanor, his MO towards other countries, like if we're the ones funding them, giving them all this money and they're trying to fight a war, like typically he would be putting his boot on their neck, like, listen, you motherfucker, like he's talking shit, right? Like you have to do what I want you to do. And it just seems like, and now I think it just came out a couple days ago that they're trying to prosecute Netanyahu, right? And then Trump's helping with it, I think, trying to help him, Netanyahu, in that whole rigmarole.
Well, they're trying to try him while he's while he's in office,
right? And I think
he's trying to delay it because he's like, look, we're at war, and,
right?
And they decide to go through with it.
Yeah,
very convenient time, right, to start a war. When he's about, I forgot what the charges were. I think it's something sexual, isn't it? Something to do with some sort of sex thing with Netanyahu. What's funny is I saw a Twitter post of Netanyahu doing a speech when he was running. I swear to God, the guy was completely doing Trump. He was just copying Trump's whole thing, the deep state, the fake news media, blah, blah, blah. No wonder Trump likes him so much. He's like a fucking, he's an Israeli Trump.
Yeah, and I think something came out, I think a couple days ago. I could be wrong, but I was listening to Dave Smith talk about how Trump was actually like helping him through this. I don't know, I could be wrong.
Okay, here it says, during a Fox News Channel interview in February, Bondi suggested an alleged Epstein client list was sitting on her desk.
Yeah. Well, the list is one
okay.
thing, right? I mean,
Yeah.
there's so many people on the list that are probably innocent, but they're
Right. They just went to the island for a party.
No, there's got to be a fucking hard drive.
There's gotta be.
Sitting in Tel Aviv right now.
Yeah.
I mean, do you believe that? I went to the island, but yeah, we just played volleyball, went for a swim, had some barbecue. It was a fun time. Then I went home. I didn't see any underage women. I don't know, man. I don't care. We need transparency. Just release it all, dude. Release it all, except for, you know, the child, the CP material, obviously.
That's listen.
That's the other part of this too. They asked Ghislaine Maxwell's lawyers what their shit. Where was it? It's up here.
He had like 100 cameras in that penthouse, in every single house.
Do you know his house is for sale in New York?
That's amazing.
Yeah. And
Should make that a podcast studio.
no, my wife found it on Trulia or whatever it is.
Yeah.
One of the maps. And she's like, look at this beautiful, because we were in
The
New York.
townhouse?
Yeah, like it's not a townhouse. It's a house. It's like it's a big ass house. It's like multiple stories.
The one right across the street from Central Park? Yeah.
That one. It's for sale right now.
How much?
About Epstein's mansion in New York, which is like the biggest mansion in the city, I think.
I think it was like 60 or 70 million, something like that, which is what it's worth. But who wants to live in the Epstein house? First of all, if I bought that house, I'd want the Clinton painting. Can you get me that painting?
Yeah.
Clinton in the
It's
blue
gotta
dress.
come with all that shit
I
inside.
have to have that painting.
Go buy the house, Joe. Go buy it.
I want George Bush
Go buy it and do your podcast out of Epstein's old mansion.
with the Jenga towers and the paper airplanes. I want all of it.
And then the lady just died, too. The lady got hit by a car, one of the witnesses.
Yeah.
One of the Jeffrey Epstein witnesses.
Oh, yeah. That's Virginia. She didn't die by getting hit by a car. I did do a deep dive. It's so fucking hard to know what's going on with the Giuffre, Virginia Giuffre. I hate her fucking name so much. And so I always fuck her name up. Virginia Giuffre, I think is how you say it. So apparently she was in a car with her caretaker. Her caretaker was some 80-year-old woman who was driving her. And according to the police reports, they got in front of a bus. The bus was supposedly going 48 miles an hour and just barely clipped the car that Giuffre was in and did a tiny amount of damage to the back tail light. But here's the weird part. The bus driver never reported the crash. The bus driver kept going because he felt scared for the children, so he didn't stop to report it. No one reported the crash till the next day. That bus driver finally called it in and reported it. So there's no crime scene photos. There's no photos of how much damage was done to the car. But yet, so what I've been told, what I've heard, what I've read, is that she went home after that. And then a few days later, she started getting bad. Like her health started going downhill. And then that's when she showed up to the hospital, took that photo of her in a hospital bed, covered in bruises, saying that she had kidney failure, that she got hit by a bus and that she had kidney failure. So everybody's saying, oh, the kidney failure is from being hit by the bus, but she had to have been lying because the bus, there's no way she could have had kidney because it was like a fucking minor fender bender. But then the family says the kidney failure might have nothing to do with the bus crash. I'm telling you, this is so hard to follow what happened to Virginia Giuffre. It's so fucking out there. So she stays in the hospital for 7 days. She said she had 4 days to live. Again, the reality from what the family says is that she would have had 4 days to live if she had never gone to the hospital because she was having kidney failure. So if she hadn't gone to the hospital, she would have died within 4 days. But she went to the hospital. They took care of her. She got out like 7 days later. So she was there for 7 days. So something was seriously wrong with her. And then she kills herself like 4 days after she gets out of the hospital. Supposedly kills herself. There is a question as to whether she took an accidental overdose of prescription drugs and it wasn't a suicide. But it's such a weird story. It's hard to follow. It's just like, damn, how all of these people just all of a sudden, everybody just starts offing themselves around this case. It's kind of weird. But that one's hard, man. Go read up on it. Maybe I'll do a deep dive on one of these episodes, but it's so hard to make heads or tails of that one. So little
apparently
info.
she had like a husband who was abusing her. And, you know.
That was the other cope, was that the bruises were not from the accident. The bruises was because her husband was abusing her. Right? And remember, she had all these, when she took that picture of her in the hospital, she had all these bruises. And in her diary, she wrote she was being abused by her husband. Here's the weird part. The courts gave full custody or temporary full custody to the husband. She wasn't allowed to even see her kids. So supposedly she's getting abused by the husband, but yet the courts say, hey, you're the one that can't see the kids. The husbands are going to take care of them. And then she went to see her kids and broke the restraining order, and she was in trouble for that. So that's some of the claims to why she supposedly, killed herself, because she had lost custody of her kids, and, she was going through a divorce. And it's so hard to make heads or tails of any of that, dude. People
like to use this stuff as like a political football to like argue for whatever they believe in.
And also, when you get rich, powerful people, so here's the thing that happens with rich, powerful people: they can't go anywhere, right? If you're like, say, a Jeff Bezos type, or someone who's like an Elon Musk type. And I'm not accusing them of anything. I'm just saying at that caliber of celebrity and that caliber of prominence, you can't go anywhere. If you're Bill Clinton back in the 80s or the 90s, whatever it was, you can't go party. Right. Everybody knows who you are. You got to be protected, right? But you want these experiences. And so you have these guys, like a Jeffrey Epstein type guy, who works with the elite of the elite clientele. It's all movie stars, big-time politicians, world leaders, scientists, Nobel Prize winners, and they all meet together and have fascinating conversations and cocktails, and there's beautiful girls everywhere. Of course. What a great idea. Right. And if you're naive and you don't understand honeypots.
Here's the quote from Maria Farmer, who was one of the accusers from what was inside the house.
Someone said earlier, because I was joking around saying, pick your favorite celebrity, because that's what it's going to be. It's all celebrities going to be running and fucking getting, it's all going to be celebrities, I guarantee you. And I mean, maybe this next cycle, who knows? At some point, it's going to be all fucking celebrities running for office. And it's like, oh, I don't trust Rogan. The thing is, you don't know who you can trust. You don't know everybody's deep, dark secrets. It's like we just have to keep throwing people at the wall, and hopefully one of them will have a clean enough background that people don't have dirt on them and can control them. I don't know. But yeah, we just got to keep throwing people at the wall and see what sticks.
New York.
Okay, she said there were monitors inside this cabinet. I looked on the cameras.
We all want the files, Live Art Ed. We all want them.
And I saw toilet.
Anybody who says that, keeping the files hidden is, it's good. It's best for the public interest. Like those people, like, did you go to the island? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? You don't want transparency? What's wrong with you? No, I trust Trump. If Trump doesn't, like, oh, you guys are fucking idiots, dude.
Toilet, bed, toilet. She said, visibly spooked. Like, I'm never going to use the restroom here, and I'm never going to sleep here. You know what I mean? It was very obvious that they were like monitoring private moments. Yeah. Of course.
Yeah. Maria Farmer was the one who worked at Epstein's office in New York, I think.
And this was the house, Jamie?
Yeah, I was looking up stuff on the house. That was like what they
found. I wonder if the house still has fucking cameras in it somewhere that they haven't found yet.
They definitely, don't know.
Yeah, you'd have to scan the shit out of that house. You'd have to take the walls apart. There's probably listening devices inside the walls. Like, who knows? If this was like really an intelligence operation. Yeah, they probably had that house fully wired.
It's a good
Maria
point.
Farmer, I think she was the chick who was working the front desk at his office in Manhattan. And this is like a funny example of like what I like to do. My mom is super left wing. She's has her degree in fine arts.
Thank you, Matata.
And she still is like an art professor.
Thank you, bro.
My dad is an ex-post office worker. And he's only watches Fox. So my dad only watches Fox. They're divorced. My mom only watches CNN.
Jesus, why didn't they stay together? How weird.
Who knows? And I like to like take things that are happening and the controversial things, like for Epstein example, and I like to just like call my mom and argue with her. Like argue the right wing side against my mom's point of view on Epstein, and then I'll call my dad and I'll make the same argument the opposite argument towards him. It's like a
Jesus, dude. You want to fuck up your relationship with your parents? I learned real quick that shit's not worth it. When there's somebody you love and you have a very strong political difference, there are times that, there are people you can have political debates with and it won't get heated. But most people, they will get heated. And it's not worth fighting with family over that shit.
Fucking thought experiment or like a critical thinking exercise.
You use your parents
and
my
mom, she'll be like, of course, like Trump. There's more footage of Trump with Epstein than anybody. Are you kidding me? He's partying with him here. Like, of course he's compromised. And then my dad's like, it's fucking Clinton, bro. It's like, it's only Bill Clinton. Look, he's the only one on the Epstein files. Of course we know he's a pervert, all this stuff. But like, and then you have, so.
It's starting to look like, to me, it's both of them, if not like everyone. Like everyone that was in a position of power and influence throughout the 90s and early 2000s. I mean, like they were saying earlier, Bill Belichick, Tom Brady, like the names, dude, it's fucking everybody.
the funny thing is, both sides
Now, I don't know.
will.
I don't know if they went to the island or if they just flew on the plane. I don't know, but people were mentioning their names earlier, and it wouldn't surprise me if Tom Brady flew on his plane at one point, or even fucking went to the island. Does that mean Tom Brady was, kids? No, I don't know. I mean, but it's probably should, maybe need to be looked closer at if you're going to the island. Maybe there needs to be a deep dive into the shit you've been up to.
Use their little batch of evidence to support their idea and ignore the opposite, right? So like the girl we were just talking about, Virginia, she was literally on video saying that all this shit about Bill Clinton on the jet, going to the island, hanging out with Trump and all this stuff. And the right-wing people, like people I know, my parents and like older folks I know in Florida, will say, she came out, thank you for exposing Bill Clinton for being a pedo and doing all this stuff. And Virginia Giuffre, after this happened, she's like, you guys didn't listen to the whole fucking tape. She's like, I was telling you that Trump was at the penthouse 3 days a week and visiting him, but you guys don't want to hear that. And it's like, it's just this weird thing. Like if you do the math, there's gotta be so many high level, powerful people that are somehow compromised. And do I think like Clinton and these guys are pedos? No, I don't think that at all. But if you were Jeffrey Epstein, I think it's super plausible to assume that he would try to trick them with like a girl who looks old, right? Who is possibly like on the borderline of being 18. And you say, oh yeah, this girl, she's 18, 19, 20, whatever. Meanwhile, she's like 17 and they had no idea and they have video footage. And in like a court of law, if I'm the judge, I'm going to let them, like, of course, they fucking lied to him. And this is not like some young girl, obviously. But they lied. Yeah. But like in like the court of public opinion, you're never going to win in that case, right?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You come out and go, oh, I didn't know she was 16. Oh man, they lied to me. It's like, no, you fucked a kid. So you're now a kid fucker.
Like if that comes out, you're fucked.
You're fucked. I mean, you're fucked if you just go into the island to bang hookers. Like it's like they're of age. Mm-hmm. It's still like whatever he was doing, you preyed on people's desire for experiences and vice.
Yes.
And all these powerful people who, again, they can't just go call a hooker and the hooker goes, oh my God, I just blew Bill Gates. This is nuts. You know what I mean? Like, you can't trust them. So you have to trust someone who really has a lockdown organization. And they felt like he did.
Yeah.
And that's why they all hung out with him even after he got arrested. This is what's crazy.
That is crazy.
A lot of Bill Gates meetings with him were after he was prosecuted.
True.
And he got this little slap on the wrist. And
that ex-Israeli prime minister, too, doing business deals with him. He said, well, I felt like Epstein was a changed man. He did his time. And, everybody deserves a second chance. So I went into business with him.
He got essentially home detainment. And I think he had to do like weekends at the jail. Like it was like great for underage sex for, what's supposed to be a felony. The whole thing is crazy. And then
someone said, Razor Knight said, is that crazy for me to say? I don't know what you said before, but they wouldn't be fighting this hard if it was just jailbait. Dude, I'm starting to think that whatever is in the Epstein files, it might just be Trump himself. He's just trying to protect himself. He doesn't want to have it come out because it's going to look bad. Who knows what the details are? Who knows if he really did anything terrible, but he's just all over him. Like the guy said, he was, the Virginia Giuffre said Trump was over there 3 days a week. Like they were best friends for 15 years, according to Jeffrey Epstein himself. Whatever's in this might be so damning, it might wreck the entire governing body of the United States. Like so many people might have fucking dirt on them. Like it might completely destroy our federal government. Destroy all. I mean, Jesus, the level of destruction that could come if we find out, oh yeah, our CIA, our deep state was running a honeypot operation with underage women so that they can get control of powerful people. Like if we found that out, dude, we live in a different world the next day. And I think it's worth coming out. Even if it would totally wreck us as a superpower, we would lose credibility on the world. Dude, if our government has something to do with this shit, it needs to come out and it needs to be stopped. no matter the fucking consequences. But the consequences may be fucking huge.
When there's one
Or it just might be Trump, wants to cover, doesn't want people to know what the fuck he was up to.
reporter that really chased it down. I forget her name, but she really looked into it, and that's when they opened up the second case, the second trial.
Vicky Ward.
Vicky Ward. Was she from what paper?
Vanity Fair.
Vanity Fair. So she was responsible for because she was like, this is insane. Like, what's going on here? And then there was the sheriff that had arrested him, said that I was told he was intelligence. And
It wasn't sheriff, it was the U.S. attorney for Florida that was told to back off, that he belongs to the intelligence agency. He belongs to intelligence.
I mean, you got to think, man, if a guy like that is running these kind of parties with all these rich and powerful people, how many different worldwide decisions can be manipulated because of these people and the compromises you have on them?
Right.
It's really a brilliant thing to do.
Yeah.
And it might explain why our government doesn't serve the American people anymore. They always seem to be doing this weird shit that doesn't actually help the people who vote for them to be in power. And maybe that's why. Because, of course, they're going to get into office telling everybody a bunch of bullshit, lying their ass off. But once they get into power, they're masters. That whoever holds the blackmail on them, they do what they tell them to do.
Intelligence perspective.
Yeah, it really is, man. And like the way that the world is shaping out now, and this rise of Jew hate online is, and I think a lot of it's bots. I think it's coming from every angle. I think it's probably a lot of propaganda and bots coming from Iran, coming from Israel, Saudi. Who knows where it's all coming from? It's
a lot of it is people that are legitimately have grievances with Israel and the way they've handled Palestine, the Gaza Strip, the way they've handled that. Them almost dragging us into a fucking another regime change, forever war. Yeah, that kind of pissed people off. That's what got me kind of upset. Not with the Jews, but with the fucking country of Israel. And then now you got this Epstein shit, and there is a question as to, was Epstein an Israeli intelligence asset, and was he blackmailing American politicians for Israel? So I mean, there's legitimate reasons why people should be asking questions about Israel. But yeah, when you make it about the Jews, you kind of lose all credibility.
It's just such a confusing crock of shit on the internet. But on one hand, they were able to pull off some incredible fucking operations. And, on the other hand, we get mad. Now that it gets exposed, we get mad that they have their hooks in us, and the people that are in power, whatever the politicians are, the puppets, just bend the knee to whatever they're doing. And it gets exposed when people like Tucker did that interview with Ted Cruz. Mm-hmm. And he had him on his heels the whole time. That was incredible. That was a fucking a biblical fucking interview with Ted Cruz, and that really pulled the mask off, because if that guy is explaining his
yeah, we're electing people like Ted Cruz, whose number one goal is the defense of Israel. Wait a minute, we elected you so you could represent this district in Texas and make sure that they're taken care of, and they're represented by in the federal government. But yet your number one goal is Israel, a foreign what? Okay, great. You love Israel and make decisions that are good for Israel. But to come out and be like, oh, that's my number one thing is what the fuck, dude? You're a senator in Texas. Your number one thing should be the fucking district you fucking are supposed to be taken care of in Texas, not some foreign country, dude. It's weird.
His position on Israel, being in Congress, and that's his number one thing that made him want to be a congressman. It's what are all these other people doing then? If there's all this money, and you can see the receipts, how much money they're being given by these lobbies. But how mad can you get because we let them do it? They're legally allowed to do it.
Yeah, Spocko. Oh no.
Spocko super chatted
that makes me want it even more.
99 cents. It might completely destroy the federal government. Oh no.
I agree, Spocko. It's that gives me more incentive, because I want to see the federal government. I want to see the corrupt piece of shit federal government, which is very corrupt and is not serving the interest of the American people. Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing that not go completely, but be scaled back big time to where the states start taking over and the federal government kind of gets out of our business. Just worry about the military, worry about our borders, you know, antitrust, shit like that. The very few things that states can't do that well themselves. You don't need an FBI. We already got state police. They can handle it. You don't need a CIA. They can fuck them, dude. Just focus on defending our borders, coming up with ways to like be 100% sure if anybody fucks with us, we can defend it. And yeah, if somebody does start attacking us, we go and wipe them off the face of the earth. Otherwise, we have good relations with the country. We do good trade deals, but we stay the fuck out of their business otherwise. And yeah, God dang, if that's what it takes for the Epstein, you know, if the Epstein files are the thing that finally going to make people go, oh, I think we need to do something about this federal government and cut it down to size, then damn. Yes, please give me the Epstein files. I was already wanting them, but now I'm completely sold. Thank you. Thank you for the $10, bro.
Yeah, you could be mad, but you really should be mad at the politicians.
Yeah.
The corrupt politicians and how many of them there are. And like look at the mayoral race where they all were saying,
look, I'm going to tell you right now, if I ran for president, they'd have nothing on me. I am the cleanest motherfucker in the world. I swear to God, they would have nothing. They'd have, oh, he got caught with marijuana at 16. Oh, he's a pothead. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, I'm a pothead. Yeah, I was smoking weed in high school. Yeah, I don't give a fuck. You got nothing on me. We need people like this to run for president who have, like, there's nothing you're an open book, right? I got a small dick. It ain't small. It's actually normal. But if I did have a small dick, it's funnier to say you have a small dick than to be like, oh, my dick's big. But yeah, whatever. I don't care. We need people that are not afraid and don't have a bunch of fucking skeletons in their closet. Do these people exist? I'm sure they're out there, but they're probably not in positions of power.
My first trip, I'm going to go to Israel.
Oh, yeah. Except for the dude. For, what's his name? He said he's going to stay in New York.
The communist. Oh. Yeah. He's like, I'm going to take care of the Jews in New York. Boom, check.
The problem with my dick is, like, I've seen too many black dicks. You know, and as a white guy, you start feeling like you have a small dick after you've seen too many black dicks. But you really don't. You have a normal dick. They just have a ridiculously big dick. Okay? Anyway, we'll get back to the topic here.
Mate, that was it. That literally won it for him. Because everybody else was like, what are you guys talking about?
It's not egg-shaped either.
New York is fucked. Take care of this goddamn city. Why? What's this loyalty and allegiance to Israel from the New York City mayors? The people that are candidates for mayor? Yeah. Like your number one concern is Israel? That seems odd. Unless you're getting a ton of money. You know? Unless they have some video footage.
Yeah. The more I think about politics and just look at the news cycle every day, I just feel like I get dumber.
It's a dumb business. It's a dumb, dirty business.
It really is, dude. Just like sometimes I'm just like not motivated to read the daily news, you know? Like I was telling this to Gavin too. I was like,
yeah, it's all bullshit. That's the problem. All the news is bullshit. You just have to like go into it like you're a private eye trying to uncover the truth. Like everything is some fucking criminal lying to you. And you got to figure out how they're lying to you and how they're spinning things. But yeah, you know, I'd like to see Rogan talk about this more. And I want to see Rogan get back to being live, dude. I really want to see Rogan getting back to being live. And here he is again, our dear leader, our fucking dumbass in chief, Donald Trump, quadrupling down on the Epstein files. By the way, if you're enjoying the show, smash the thumbs up. You can support the show. I know there's been people saying on mobile, there's not the join button to become a member on mobile. I don't know why YouTube still hasn't fixed that. But I think if you're on mobile and you want to become a member, the link that's in the description should still work. It might take you to your browser on your phone, but it should technically work. So if you want to become a member, support the show, click the join or go to the description and click the link. Or you can send a super chat and I'll react to your message live. Thank you guys. Let's see, dumbass here. You know, just a reminder, I voted for this fuckface, okay? So don't come in here with your TDS bullshit. I am part of the MAGA movement that's like, fuck this guy now. Who's our next guy? MAGA can live on without this fucker. We can still have make America great again without this piece of shit. That's where I'm at right now. Okay? So go, you know, go fuck yourself with your TDS bullshit, okay?
Urge people to move on, but I'm curious, why do you think your supporters in particular are so interested in the Epstein story and so upset
Latata
about
McCleskey super chatted $2. USS Liberty attacked and covered up. Check it out.
Yeah, I've heard a lot about USS Liberty, man. I know about it. False flag by the Israelis. I have to read more about it, but I have heard a lot about it.
I don't understand.
Thank you for the two.
Why they would be
Matata.
so interested. He's
Nice
dead
name,
for a
Matata.
long time.
We got Hakuna Matata in here. It makes me start thinking of the song. And then we got a guy named Happy Days. I'm like, happy days are yours in my app. You guys got to stop having names that trigger fucking songs in my head, okay?
He was never a big.
Because the Happy Days song is going to be in my head all night now.
I don't understand what the interest or what the fascination is. I really don't. And the credible information's been given. Don't forget, we went through years of the Mueller witch hunt and all of the different things.
See, what he's trying to do here is he's trying to bring up like legitimate witch hunts that were bullshit and trying to conflate that now with the Epstein files. No one's buying it, dude. Not even your own base who would normally eat this shit up and go, yeah, you're right. They fucking came after you, witch hunts and witch trials and trying to fucking lock you up because you got a bank loan. You know, it's like, yeah, you're right. But this is not it, dude. This just makes you look like you're guilty as sin, dude.
The Steele dossier, which was all fake. All that information was fake.
Oh, so now the Epstein files, it's all fake. It's all
But
fake,
I don't
guys.
understand why the Giuffre Epstein case would be of interest to anybody. It's pretty boring stuff. It's sordid, but it's boring. And I don't understand why it keeps going. I think really only pretty bad people, including fake news, want to keep something like that going.
Oh, so your own base. So you're calling MAGA? Your own fucking base that helped get you elected and put their asses on the line at their workplace, at their jobs. January 6th, a lot of them got fucking arrested just for being there. Got locked up in federal fucking facilities just for being there because you wanted them to be there to protest what you thought was a crooked election, 2020, which I agree was a fucking weird thing. 2020 is like, something weird happened there. And now you're calling these people bad people. Does he realize he's calling his own supporters bad? By the way, look at this guy right next to him. Let's just full screen this. Who's this guy right next to him with the big smile on his face? I wonder. Who is that? Who is that?
But credible information, let them give it. Anything that's credible, I would say let them have it.
Mr. President, a question.
So he's saying anything that's credible, let them have it. So basically, wipe the files clean of any mention of me because that's not credible. And then you can release it. Apparently, there's nothing after that because this is why you're saying there's nothing left. So now they're flipping it to where there's nothing left. Case closed. Epstein. Now I'll release all the files that are credible. So anything that doesn't have me, don't release the file that shows that I was hanging out with them 3 days a week and that we were buddies partying together. We were fucking pussy buddies out there getting pussy together. Don't release any of that.
On AI, how do you want America?
So who's this guy next to him? Hopefully I got these right. Oh, where is it? Did I lose it? The guy next to him is a guy that's, I think that was Jeffrey Epstein's neighbor at one point. Did I fucking lose it? Did I forget to bookmark it? Let me see. Let me see if I got it in my bookmarks. That guy smiling next to him, I forget his name, but he was Epstein's neighbor. And Trump appointed him to a position. I forgot which position. Let me find my bookmarks. Dude, I thought I saved it in my bookmarks. What the fuck? Yeah, standing beside Trump is Howard Lutnick, Jeffrey Epstein's longtime neighbor who bought his townhome from a trust controlled by Epstein and Les Wexner. So that's the guy with the big smile on his dumb fucking face. Dude, can it get any worse? Yeah, you're right. Yeah, roots of ungood. Yeah, that's Howard Lutnick. And he's in Trump's administration. Boy, can it get any worse? Can it get any worse? So he did another press conference, and I'm sure she's really regretting her position right now. She's like, man, I'm going to be the next Kayleigh McEnany. Everybody's going to love me. And it's like, oh, no, you can't. This is not going to be like the first administration, this poor thing.
No, she's given us just a very quick briefing. And in terms of the credibility of the different things that they've seen, and I would say that, these files were made up by Comey, they were made up by Obama, they were made up by the Biden
Are you fucking kidding me, dude? Yes, he's sounding very stupid, Spocko.
Spocko super chatted $1.99.
But it's not stupidity.
He's sounding really stupid now.
It's stupid in the sense that he thinks this is going to work. But yeah, he's sounding stupid. He's sounding guilty. He's sounding like he's got something to hide. And what's stupid about it is that he thinks we're stupid enough to fall for it. I mean, maybe they're going to start putting more fluoride in the water, you know? Maybe in like 10 years with some more fluoride, you know, we start drinking more fluoridated tap water. Maybe we will be dumb enough to believe this shit. But yeah, dude, it's sad.
And we went through years of that with the...
Because he's such a different Trump. All of a sudden now he's covering shit up. He's covering up for Epstein. It's like, this is a different Trump. It's like all of a sudden he just flips the script on everybody. It's like, and we're not supposed to be like, what were you doing hanging out with Epstein again? We were kind of willing to overlook that because we thought you were the best chance to give us the Epstein files. And but now it looks like you were fucking around a little too much with the Epstein shit, dude. I don't know, man. This is very disappointing. Very, very disappointing.
Dice emoji, super chatted $1.96. If they were made up, arrest them.
Yeah.
It's you or them.
Isn't that tampering with evidence? That's a good point, Med Joe. Go fucking arrest these fuckers. And they deleted evidence? Go arrest them.
Russia.
Good point, dude.
With all of the different things that we had to go through, we've gone through years of it. But she's handled it very well, and it's going to be up to her. Whatever she thinks is credible, she should release, yeah.
No, she should release it all. And she should, you know, maybe have a team that goes through each document and adds more context. And then they can go, we don't think this is credible because so yada, yada, yada. But because of our commitment to transparency, we're going to release it anyway, but with added context so you understand why we do not believe this is credible. Have some faith in the American people. Give us transparency, dude. Jesus Christ, man. He's lost the fucking... He hasn't lost the plot. At this point, you know, if I'm in Vegas, I'm throwing everything on... Trump did something. There's something Trump did that he's trying to hide because it wouldn't make any sense to wreck your whole movement, wreck your whole reputation, wreck all the people underneath you's reputation. For what? For what? Other than if it comes out, it's going to even be worse than this. Right? So if it was to come out, like he would be done for. It's the only reason it would be worth wrecking everything to cover this shit up. President Trump personally contacted prominent conservative influencers, urging them to tone down their criticism of the administration's handling of the Epstein case. Now he's going around calling the Charlie Kirks, the Tim Pools, all the fucking MAGA butt boys who are like, they get to go to Mar-a-Lago and they get to meet with Trump, calling them up and being like, you got to stop talking about this. You want access to the meetings? You want to go have that steak and shrimp dinner at Mar-a-Lago? And take all those fancy pictures to post on your social media? Well, you better shut the fuck up about Epstein. And some people are getting the memo and shutting up about it. Not very many. I know the last one I saw was Dinesh D'Souza. I don't know if Tim's turning around. Tim Pool's like changing now because you know the Democrats are now trying to get these documents out. Now, like the Democrats they put a bill to like completely unredact everything with the Epstein case, and it seems like. I think there was like a few Democrats that like voted like not present, but then most Democrats were for it and the Republicans were against it. So it seems like the Democrats are like, okay, yeah, we want these files now because there must be something in there that's making Trump look bad. So it's weird. You're just giving all the fucking you're giving the Democrats the perfect opportunity to start winning back some trust. And start and to run on something that's very popular, which is like, you know, transparency with the Epstein files. And they won't give it to us, but they'll sure run on the fact that they will. And dude, you're just handing power right back to these fucking Democrats, dude. It's so sad. And Alex is still not happy about this. Let's see what Alex has to say. This is Alex reacting to the two videos we just watched.
All right, on the tarmac with Lutnick, Trump's chief economic advisor. All right, on the tarmac with Lutnick, Trump's chief economic advisor. You just saw Trump double down like he
Yeah, so Lutnick is Trump's chief economic advisor. Also, ex-neighbor of Epstein who like had some real estate deals with that. Why is everybody fucking connected to Epstein? Everywhere you look. Oh, yeah, he actually hung out with Epstein. Oh, he's actually did some business deals with him. Oh, like fucking everybody, dude.
did last week and say nobody's been looking into Epstein. Why would anybody want to know about that? I don't know, Bill Gates and Bill Clinton and Steve Jobs' wife and all these other world leaders going to this island where there's underage kids and all the Mossad connections and the Israeli prime minister secretly getting caught over and over again going to his New York lair and Zorro Ranch and all the rest of it. Why would anybody want to know about that? You made it a major campaign issue and your surrogates did to bring all this out. That's why. And
No
so
shit.
then you say it doesn't exist last week and you're the person behind it telling people to stop covering it. Then your surrogates all get in trouble, try to fall on their swords. Then you come out yesterday through Laura Trump and then yourself again at a press conference and say, yeah, go ahead and release anything Pam Bondi's got. And then now you say, I don't know why anybody want to look into this. Then on top of that, we now know that the video, the supposed proof that he committed suicide that's around a corner, can't even see his cell bay, has been heavily edited, not just a missing minute, but almost 3 minutes and a bunch.
Yes, that's the latest. That fucking video we watched the other day, there's a clear-cut minute that's out of there. But according to the metadata, I don't know how they found this out, but by going over the metadata, it's actually 3 minutes that are missing. How long do you need to fucking strangle somebody and leave? Like to go in the cell, strangle them, and then leave? How long do you need? Is 3 minutes enough? I don't know. Sounds like it would be kind of tight, a little tight window, but such a joke, dude. To release this video, to hype up this video as if this video is going to answer all of our questions and blah, 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 and then they give us a video that fucking proves nothing. Doesn't even, just shows a tiny sliver of the stairs that head up to the fucking cell, to the cell block, not even his cell. To where anybody who just happens to walk on the right side of the stairs would not have been picked up by the camera. And then you say, this is proof? Ugh, dude. I don't know if it can get any worse. I don't think I've ever seen a worse crash out. Ever.
Edit points with the metadata. Independent groups have looked at it. We've looked at it. It's true. And I'm just like, my God, Trump, you're not stupid. You couldn't come up with a plan better to discredit yourself and to get the Democrats to have congressional hearings and do all this stuff. Yes, we know the Democrats had control of the file. Yes, we know they obviously cut themselves out of it. That's all true. But your attempt to then tell people nothing to see here, move on, is called the mother of all Streisand effects. And Trump, I know you know what the Streisand effect is. In case you don't, you need to look into it. That's why Laura Trump, everybody else is backpedaling. That's why I've heard from DOJ sources that indeed you guys are looking at a special counsel. Good. Do the special counsel. Have them investigate it. We know you just got the stuff back in March. The Democrats were hiding it in New York. That's their problem. And of course, it's all stuff they cooked up or whatever, like they've done with Russiagate and the rest of it. But running away from it makes it only that much worse. Obviously, people came to Elon a few months ago and told him this was going on. He got scared, distanced himself.
I remember when Elon said, you know why we're not getting the Epstein files? Because Trump's in them. I tend to believe Elon wasn't lying now. Elon knows fucking something. And you talk about like the perfectly timed exit. Dude, Elon was like, you know, it's like being at Sharon Tate's house and you leave like right before the Manson family show up. It's like, yeah, see you guys later. Here's a bottle of wine. I'm going. And then you leave as the Manson family's pulling up. Like he left at the perfect fucking time. And to be honest, the America party, I mean, these MAGA people got to go somewhere. So if Elon plays his cards right, this American party could be something, although it's still a long shot.
And I'm getting really concerned here at this point because the flip-flopping and the 180ing and the going back is just the biggest train wreck I've ever seen. And it's not in character for you to be acting like this. So we want your agenda to succeed. I've done deep research, never saw you involved with Epstein and criminal activity. So why are you acting like this? You made a deal with the establishment to leave you alone. Have they rolled over? U.S. intelligence we know is involved. Mossad, CIA, MI6, we already know that.
Well, the other theory is that like this is the holy grail. Getting a hold and control of all the CIA's blackmail material. If you get access to that, you're now the guy that runs everything. So maybe that cope is real. Israel. Funny, right? Maybe that cope is real. Because That might be what he's doing. He might be, okay, now we have the precious ring. We have the ring of power. And we ain't giving this up because now that means we run things. I don't give a fuck. Throw that ring in the fire. Transparency is more important than you guys having fucking control of everything now because you have all the blackmail. Even if that's the case, I still am against it. And I still believe transparency. You should release everything. You want to win back the trust of the American people? Because the American people don't trust you. We don't trust the government at all. And now we don't, some of us trusted Trump. We say, he's not like them. He's not. No, now you're just another one of these fucking people that we don't trust. And if you want to win it back, then start being serious about transparency. Not just a fucking talking point, but real 100% transparency. Up to the point of like, you don't tell troop movements and all the basics and shit. You don't tell people live like where the troops are at. Okay, I get that, but Jesus Christ, dude, we need fucking transparency.
But instead, you just continue to say nothing to see here, move along. Though, go ahead and release information, but there's no information to release. Contradiction for contradiction, flip-flopping after flip-flopping. 180s on 180s on 180s. Jesus, I'm on a roller coaster here. And then, it's only fake news is concerned. Like MTG and Tucker Carlson and myself and Joe Rogan and the American people.
That's bullshit. It's not fake. I mean, this is a big quote from Trump. It's fake news. It's just like the Russia investigation. It's all just fake news. Dude, it's MAGA that's pissed off right now, dude. It's MAGA. It's your own fucking people that you're insulting now.
This is something that finally got our attention. People finally woke up to this. People finally understand, a window in the deep state with all this. And so you signing on to this and flip-flopping is just self-harming. I mean, please, President Trump, stop. If you want it to go away, just be quiet. It's like there's a gun to his head saying, you better come out and say none of this exists or we'll release it.
That's a good point. Because it's like, why didn't you just shut the fuck up? You could have easily said like, hey, there's so much material here. It's going to take us a long time to go through this. And as we're going through it, we're going to be building cases against everybody that was involved with him. And you could have dragged that out for 4 years. And everybody would have been like, I trust Trump. I probably still would trust him. I'd be like, hey, we got to trust them. They're working on it. If I hear that they're working on cases against these people right now, everybody would shut up. But no, he's got to come out and say this. It is almost like this was some sort of deal. Like you need to come out there and kill this Epstein story, and then you know what? We'll back off. We'll stop sending the Thomas Crooks of the world after you. Maybe.
It's bad. It's getting worse by the minute. And I support you, but we built the movement you wrote in on. You're not the movement. I don't
support him anymore.
And I'm telling you, man,
he's lost me. He's lost me 100%.
Oh my God, they promote pedophilia and everything openly. So why the hell are you acting like this? Please stop now.
If he does something good, I'll still come out and say he did something good. But I can't support this guy anymore.
Please listen to Laura Trump and others. Please listen to Steve Bannon. Listen to Tucker. Listen to me. Listen to us. We care about you. Stop doing this. Stop it. You couldn't be doing a worse thing to yourself and to America right now. Damn it. It's from a place of love. Stop it now. Stop pissing on us and telling us it's raining.
Fuck yeah, Alex.
Tonight, 9 p.m., myself and Chase Geyser hosting an emergency special show at
9 p.m.
Covering this.
You trying to steal my time slot, Alex? Dude, we're going to go to war, Alex. InfoWars, you guys want to go to war? You're going to steal my 9 o'clock time spot? Holy shit, dude. Don't make me head down to Austin, Alex, okay? We'll go to war, bro. Go to war. No, I'm just kidding. Love Alex. Alrighty. FBI Deputy Director Dan Bongino still at war with AG Pam Bondi, demands press conference to set the record straight. I'm surprised we haven't heard anything about Bongino stepping down because I've heard behind the scenes he's already technically stepped down from his role, but it's not official yet. Maybe they're trying to keep him. I don't know, but I thought by now we would have heard an official he's stepping down. But nope, nothing yet.
All right, I don't just go off this breaking daily
Oh, this fucking dumbass Jake Shields. Anybody can become a commentator these days.
article and just believe them. I have a lot of sources. I made some phone calls this morning. And
look, Jake, you could kick my ass with your eyes closed, okay? You could tie both your arms behind your back and still kick my ass, okay? I get it. You're a badass MMA guy. But you're still a fucking moron, okay? Shout out to
Trump
Jake
is
Shields.
looking at a special counsel. You saw him earlier at a press conference say he's telling Bondi to release whatever's there. The Daily Mail now reporting exclusive. Trump's FBI boss, Dan Bongino, who was going to resign over the weekend, escalates Epstein feud with Pam Bondi with bold plan to address failures and the lack of credibility and transparency. He says he wants a press conference and have everything released and to basically give people a roadmap of what is going to be released. So while the deputy director has many significant operations underway that he finds very important to see through, he does plan to continue to fight for transparency and accountability for failures in the Epstein saga, including a press conference from the Attorney General to explain discrepancies in communication directly to the American people. The Justice Department did not respond to a request. And so Patel, for his part, dispelled conspiracies that he was also considering a departure from the department's botched handling of the review. Look, I saw her tell the truth about the hidden stuff in New York they raided and got from the FBI that the Democrats controlled. And so then I saw them go deer in the headlights a few months ago and say...
It is weird. It is weird how she seemed to think, it almost to me, like she might have actually thought she was going to be allowed to release this shit. It's honest, again, like the buck stops with Trump. Because the way she was talking, it's like she was listening, to all the campaign promises, and she's like, yeah, I'm going to release all this shit. And then all of a sudden they had a meeting. It's like, yeah, actually, we're not releasing it. And you're going to have to say that he killed himself and that case is closed. No more prosecutions. I wouldn't be surprised if Bondi got the script flipped on her too.
It's all over.
I know it's not popular to make excuses for Bondi. But I think we got to be aware that they're going to try to throw the blame on Bondi, Patel, Bongino, everybody but Trump. And this is Trump. It's very clear this is coming from Trump.
Nothing happened. Go away. So I'm not sure who the bad...
Or whoever's controlling Trump, right? Because, maybe Trump is, the president is just a puppet to whoever's fucking holding the blackmail,
Guys and the good guys are here. Are they just wanting Pam Bondi to go on there and embarrass herself?
I think it was true what she said. She had the files, and now they're trying to run cover, and I think this is all just a bunch of bullshit to keep us confused. They're not giving us anything. I hope I'm wrong. I would love to be wrong about that, but I don't think they're giving us anything.
Well, I'm not telling Trump how to do a cover-up. At War Game, this listeners go, oh, my God, he's for a cover-up. No, I just said, if you're going to cover up, just say, yeah, we're investigating. Why come out and say he killed himself?
Dude, is Alex stealing my talking points? It seems like I'm stealing Alex's talking points, but I'm not. We're saying the same shit conveniently, over and over. I say something, then he says it, then I say something. I'm not stealing his talking points, but he might be stealing my talking points. Alex, are you watching this show stealing all of my fucking talking points, bro?
The Easter Bunny's real. Santa Claus is real. There was no far...
Thank you.
Super chatted $10. According to Dershowitz, there are only a handful of names on the list that haven't been released yet, and they are the ones suing to prevent release of the list.
Well, that makes sense, doesn't it? I don't understand how Dershowitz knows everybody that's on the list. Because, again, I could be wrong, just speculating. It seems like the information Dershowitz has is because he sued Virginia Giuffre because she falsely accused him of being involved in R-wording her. So he must have got discovery to get access to, I don't know, her documents, her lawyer's documents, and that's how he got the list of who she was accusing. I could be wrong, but I think that's what it is. That's what he knows. Or maybe he knows more than that.
Intelligence. There were no victims. Basically, Jeffrey Epstein was a model citizen. Why would you do that unless you had a deal with people blackmailing you to say that?
That's what I think's happening. They cut a minute out of the footage they released. How crazy is that? Here's the footage with a minute cut out of Epstein's thing.
And then it's from around the corner of the cell bay.
But yeah, the cameras went out. The guys fell asleep. It's clearly all bullshit. But the people's waking up. The awakening's happening. I don't know what they're going to do.
Dong, 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 dong. What do we got next here? Oh, this guy. I like this guy. Maybe this needs to be our next guy. I don't know who this guy is. So look, if you guys know this guy and he sucks, I get it. But this is the guy for me right now. I like this guy.
Should there be an investigation or a special counsel investigation?
I don't know. I'm not an attorney. I just find them guilty and hang them publicly. I mean, that's not over the top either. I'm ready.
The Midwest request super chat.
This guy. Maybe this needs to be the next guy.
John will never betray the channel.
Yeah, John is our fucking hero. He will be president one day. John is the future savior of this country. It's just going to take a while before John can get in there. We're going to, like I said, we're going to need somebody to go in there and warm the fucking bed for John. We go in there and get everything started. Yeah, in case you guys don't know, John McCarter, he's my #1 fan, and he will be president in like 10 years, I think.
I'm over it.
We got you, John. We're all voting for you, bro.
I'm big on clarity and transparency, and you know, that's good reason people don't trust government, either party.
But you don't believe.
Let's watch this again in case you missed it.
An investigation or a special counsel investigation?
I don't know. I'm not an attorney. I just find them guilty and hang them publicly. I mean, I'm not.
I'll just find him guilty and hang him publicly. Yeah, maybe we need to bring back some Wild West type shit.
That's not over the top either. I'm ready. I'm over it. It disgusts me. I'm big on clarity and transparency, and you know, that's good reason people don't trust government, either party.
But you don't believe what the Justice Department is saying?
I don't know. No, I don't. I think I don't trust them.
Okay, so I guess this is the next guy Trump's gonna fucking spend millions of dollars to try to get him outed. He's gonna do like this guy what he did to Massey, dude. This is what we need. I don't know if this guy's again another guy that's gonna say this, and then as soon as he gets into the power, he's gonna fucking flip. But let's give him a shot. All right, let's get Trump out of there and bring in Burchett. Who the fuck is Burchett anyway? I don't know who this guy is. From Tennessee, senator, congressman, I don't know, but I like him. Oh, PBD. So PBD, in between running a MLM scam, he has very good points now and then. I don't know what he says on this one. I watched a little bit of it, but I wasn't paying attention. Let's watch it.
They did yesterday, last night, the results of it. So the Rules Committee voted 149 motion by McGovern to make in Order Amendment 50, which this was in regards to the files to be preserved and release any records related to Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah, so like the whole all the Republicans voted to block the release of the files. Very weird, man. Very weird.
5-7, they lost.
What?
And the people that said yes were all liberals, except for one Republican. And the people that said...
Oh, there was one Republican? Good. Okay, great.
Nay were all Republicans. Tom, why would Republicans not want to release all the...
Because they were fucking kids. That's why.
Records on Jeffrey Epstein.
Allegedly.
This is now really bothering me.
Yeah, me too.
This vote last night, I asked this question. Why wouldn't all of these people, because this is what people talked about during the election, during the campaign. And by the way, during some of their campaigns too. It's not just the president. It was other people about reelect me, send me back to Washington, and I will make sure they're JFK, MLK, Epstein, the files are released. Some of these people, I want to find some of these people that were conservatives, they campaigned on that. You know, and Ro Khanna, who's been on this podcast, puts a motion out and says, okay, folks, I'll tell you what, let's all vote on it. Do we put a motion in place that says you should preserve and release the information? That's all Ro Khanna was doing there. And so, and it's just shocking who's protecting who, because this is like a clear cut, statement here. Oh, if he has something, we're not going to compel him in this forum to push it out.
Yeah.
Turn your phone off, dude.
That's what they're saying. And that
Fire
bothers
that guy.
me.
Kick him out of the studio.
Really bothers me when I'm told, don't look at anything, nothing to see here.
I have I have a position that I'm wondering, Tom, if...
But on this vote, these votes are bothersome.
That's what I was wondering. Like, I'm trying to think strategy. That's all I'm thinking about right now. I'm trying to think strategy right now because it's one of two things. Either
I get that drift. Democrats could have released these files during Trump's first term. Why didn't they release the files, right? Let's say if it was all just shit that was scrubbed, so it only was like Trump's involvement with Epstein, and that's all that was going to come out. Yeah. Why didn't they release that during the fucking campaign to sink Trump's campaign? Doesn't make sense. Oh no, they didn't release it. They just kept it in a corner so that when Trump got there, he'd release it. Okay.
Everybody there is there.
Makes no sense. Plus, like what somebody said earlier, if they tampered with the evidence and deleted evidence, arrest these motherfuckers.
President? Or everybody is taking this position because some sort of strategy. And I have some thoughts, but I want to go to Adam first.
Well,
Adam,
let me hear your thoughts.
Okay.
In fact, I love that I literally just wrote, there's two things. Either Donald Trump is compromised, meaning they have something on him, number one, or number two, somebody else is saying, don't dare release it because we're on it.
Or there's another or.
Yeah.
Or there's another or. So let's go through all three ors.
They're using it?
So let's go through all three ors. So number one is Donald Trump's on it. Okay. All right. So let's say that's the one where he doesn't want to go through it. That's an easy one. If it's on there, it's on there. If it's not, it's not. If it's on there, prove it. But my suspicion to think he's on there is so low because Obama would have had it.
Yep.
Biden would have had it. They would have done everything in their power.
But what if they're on it, Pat? But what if they're on it?
Let me make my point, and I'm gonna.
The idea is they would have wiped everything that points to the Obamas, the Clintons, and just kept the shit of Trump's involvement. But again, they would have released that during the campaign. They would have released that during the election last year. They wouldn't have, just left it there and hoped that Trump would release it. Or they were like, so 100D chess. They're like, oh, we'll leave it there and then Trump won't be able to release it. And then, they saw all this coming. Like, no, they would have released it during the campaign. They would have leaked it to the media and it would have been everywhere. So this doesn't make any sense. And for your confidence to be low right now, that Trump didn't do anything wrong, that he wasn't, how could your confidence be low right now? He's acting exactly like somebody who did something and they're trying to hide it. But I guess PBD doesn't want to lose his access to Mar-a-Lago either.
Hear everybody's thoughts. So the second thing that to me is if Trump's on it, they would have used it, they would have destroyed him, they would have smashed him. They would have never let him get into the White House. Ever let him get to the White House. So that's one. Two, the Republicans don't want to release it because, a lot of them are on there. And, a lot of the money people are on there, so they don't want to release it because of whatever reason. Let's go to three. Politics is super nasty, right? So just think about the game.
No, I don't think every politician is a pedophile, Bumpy Johnson. But it does make me wonder when all of them want to block these files. Because it kind of makes you wonder, how many of these guys were involved with Epstein and how many of them are just protecting the establishment and protecting the power. And then, the other cope is they want to have the blackmail. They want to control the blackmail. And if you release all the blackmail, make it public, you lose all that control because now it's public. I don't know. But if you want me to not think you're fucking kids, then maybe you would have some transparency around a case that involves kids being fucked. Right? If you come to me and you go, well, I can't tell you about all this shit, then it makes me wonder, why are you hiding it? What are you covering up for? Are you also fucking kids? And you can't blame people for having that thought.
Game of politics. Play the game.
Okay.
Not as an outsider, be one. We're not politicians. We're not in the game. You're a podcaster. You're giving opinions.
Yes.
You're giving your thoughts. You're giving your perspective. You're not in the arena. You're not playing the game in the arena, right? You're not.
We're spectators.
We're spectators.
Was that a coke snort from old PBD there?
In the game of politics.
Yes.
We're spectators. In the game of politics. Okay. But not go inside, okay, and play the game of politics. When you wake up in the morning and you have ambitions of moving up in politics, not if you wake up in the morning like, I'm just going to do my job and that's what I'm going to do and what is the reports I need to look at to respond. No, that's a person that's just being a congressman or a senator. I'm talking about you are super ambitious. Man, one day I want to be that president, vice president, House of Rep. I want to be Speaker of the House. You're super ambitious, right? Nothing wrong with the way you're there. What is the first thing you look for when you wake up in the morning? Controversy on your opponent to call their asses out, okay? You're looking for any fumble you look for to call them out. Any fumble to look for to call them out, right? Doesn't matter what it is. Boom. Like Newsom's the best at it. First thing in the morning he wakes up, forget about what's going on in California. The first thing he looks at is, did Trump have a fumble? Did DeSantis have a fumble? Did Nashville, Tennessee have a fumble? Did Texas have a fumble? Let me call their asses out. Why is he doing that? He's trying to be number one. He wants to be a president, okay? In the last 6 months, President Trump hasn't had a bigger fumble than this one. What has Clinton said?
The Iran was a big fumble. I mean, if we're talking about fumbling his own fucking support and pissing off his own supporters, the Iran, the flirting with the regime change in Iran, that was kind of a big deal. A lot of MAGA was willing to fucking, call everybody complaining about it panicking, and it didn't really fracture the diehard supporters. But this one, This one is fracturing even the cat turds of the world. I don't know, maybe Cat Turd's already flipped and he's back to being rah-rah, he's got his pom-poms out. He's like, oh, yay, Trump. But when you flip Cat Turd, a guy whose whole fucking following is built on sucking Trump's dick, there's a problem.
Said about it.
Zero.
What has Hillary Clinton said about it?
Zero.
What's Biden said about it?
Nothing.
How about Jill? How about Barack? How about Michelle?
They don't have to say anything. What do they say? Like, when your enemy's defeating themselves, just sit back and watch, don't do anything? I forget the actual Sun Tzu fucking quote. But basically, yeah, if your enemy's sitting there fucking themselves up, you don't need to do anything. Just sit back and watch. Let them fucking destroy themselves.
How about Schumer? Why haven't they said anything about it? This is an easy opportunity to do one of these things.
100%.
You think Obama's going to get a let her chance like that go? You think Hillary? You think Hillary's going to let her chance go?
Crickets.
Can I ask why they haven't said anything? Why haven't you said anything? Is it because you're such a statesman?
Yeah, Newsom, dude. I got the fucking, I was going to play it yesterday. Maybe I'll get to it later at the end of the show. But Newsom, it was on Sean Ryan's podcast. The dude cannot stop doing this thing. I don't know what fucking study group told him that this was the move that wins votes. But he just does this over and over. I hate looking at the guy talk. I can't stand listening to him, but he's one of the few people that I can't even stand looking at him when he talks. And this fucking idiot Trump just opened the door for people like Newsom to actually start winning people over, because they can easily come out and be like, yeah, and say what people want to hear, even though they have no interest of delivering what people want. They can say what people want, and they're going to start winning back hearts and minds. You watch.
And you're so noble, and it's not.
We're going to have to deal with a fucking piece of shit like Newsom actually getting popular and getting more support. I hope I'm wrong, and it's all Trump's fault. All Trump's fault.
The proper thing to do, because we're not the president today, and we're not like other people that go after the prior administration. I mean, Obama went
Never
after
stopped him
Bush.
before.
Obama went after Bush every chance. I've inherited this.
There we go. Jazz Feline. Thank you. That's the quote. Never interrupt your enemy when they're making a mistake. But yeah, the Democrats are smart about this. Hey, Trump is destroying himself. All we can do is get in the way of that and fucking fuck it up. So let's just sit back and let him just keep destroying himself.
I've inherited all of this. And how many times, half of the Americans who never knew, a majority of immigrants who came to America and didn't know what the word inherited meant, they did right after Obama became president, because he used the word every flipping day. I inherited this from the Bush previous administration. And how come you're not going after him? Why not? Rob, maybe I'm wrong, can you go on one of these ChatGPT or Groks and just kind of search it and say, what have the biggest Democratic establishment voices said about the Epstein fumble President Trump had this past week? What has the biggest Democratic establishment voices have the biggest fumble said this week? Okay, let's just see what it says. And then we can specifically ask names. So, Ro Khanna, but these are not the biggest ones.
No.
Go bottom.
Nobody knows
Nobody
those guys.
knows those names. No, I'm saying ask specifically.
Like Bill
and say,
Clinton.
like figures like.
Guys like Ro Khanna, I guarantee you Ro Khanna just won a bunch of like Republicans that are like, oh, maybe this guy's not that bad. Maybe he's one of the good ones. I'm willing to vote for it. If you have a Democrat that comes out and says all the right things and I believe him, I'm willing to vote for a Democrat. I don't give a fuck about your party. And believe it or not, a lot of Trump's movement do not care about the party. Their candidate first. Like, they don't care about which party their candidate belongs to. So this is a big opportunity for a Democrat to start sounding, to basically steal the MAGA just steal all of MAGA's thing and be like, America first and blah, blah, blah. Just steal it all. And, people will fall for it.
What about Clinton's, Obama's, Biden's, Schumer,
Pelosi's?
I sound like a panicking Bumpy Johnson. Well, you're one of the few people that's not panicking right now, because this is what people told me over the Iran situation. Oh, you're panicking. And now all those people are panicking. All right. Maybe it'll take you a little longer to figure it out, Bumpy, but God bless you.
Pelosi's, those types of names. That's the establishment.
I think Nancy did say something. I think she said something bad.
Let's see here. Clinton's hasn't publicly commented on it.
I've been on vacation. Why
and I didn't
have good
you?
coverage.
Okay, but it's past 7. visiting the White House 17 times and flying on Epstein Island in the early 2000s. Epstein went to the White House 17 times? Damn.
Oh, yeah.
Hillary Clinton has remained largely silent on the latest development. Okay, Obama's hasn't had any public reaction to Trump's Epstein. However, Trump's strategy of blaming Obama Clinton for scandal shows how he's deflecting responsibility. Biden hasn't issued anything, but Democrats in Congress, no, I'm not talking about Democrats. Schumer has amplified the issue, supporting demand for Epstein records and using conjunction. Okay, so that's one. Speaker Pelosi hasn't spoken about the recent fumble, but has historically led efforts to transparency. Okay, and this is ChatGPT. You know, ChatGPT is generally going to be leaning a little bit to the left, right? Why haven't they? Why aren't they saying anything? Why are they quiet? You know, so that leads me to think a guy sends me a message. I think Trump is playing 4D chess and all this other stuff. He's telling me this stuff. Okay,
it's 1,000D chess, bro.
Give that a little bit of credence. The fact that maybe they have so much intel that they're using this against them. Could it be? Could it be the fact that Obama's, Clinton's, all these guys are so quiet about this Epstein issue?
That's not true, Bumpy. You think there's no way people... Dude, you think if Trump had come out and just released everything they fucking had up to a point of, like, victimizing the victims again, you think that he would be having this problem? No, he wouldn't. If he had chosen transparency, Trump would not be having this problem. His fucking approval rating would be continuing to go up instead of free falling like it is right now with his own base.
They haven't said anything. They're just watching it from the outside. You're seeing Republicans fight each other. This is a perfect opportunity to jump in and say something. This is a very good opportunity to jump in and say something. You're not saying anything. Why aren't you saying anything? You've never been known for being noble. Your good friend Rahm Emanuel, who helped you with the elections when you were in Chicago and you were going to Schwartzman, hoping to get his support, and Rahm Emanuel and Schwartzman had a fight in that hotel room, the event that took place, where there was a hotel room or conference. Rahm Emanuel never let a crisis go to waste. Never. This is a crisis. You guys are letting it go to waste. Why are you letting it go to waste? I don't know.
I guess you've never read Sun Tzu, have you, PBD? I find that hard to believe. But yeah, don't interrupt your enemy when they're making a mistake, bro. Simple as that. They're smart enough to know that.
I don't know why you're letting it go to waste. I'm just curious. It's
because they don't need to do anything.
It's a worthy question to ask to see what's going on there.
And it's crazy that you brought up. It's like,
in fact, they probably realize, like the Hillary Clintons and the Bill Clintons, they realize if we get involved and start attacking Trump, that might just actually rally MAGA to start defending Trump again. So let's sit back as MAGA fucking eats Trump because he fucked up bad, and don't say anything. Because if you say something, you might all of a sudden get people going, well, fuck you. And then, so yeah, this is the right move. Shut up and let them implode.
Think about that. Jeffrey Epstein visited the White House under Clinton 17 times. And do you guys remember, little fun fact, Mark Middleton, you remember who he was, Rob? Remember that guy? Special assistant to Bill Clinton? He's the guy that signed him on 7 times, signed him on to come see the president, come see the White House. And that's the same guy that suicided himself with a extension cord in a tree, hanged himself, shot himself with a shotgun and they couldn't find the shotgun. Weird. Weird how that happens, guys. Isn't that weird? That's the guy, right, Rob? Mark Middleton. That's the guy, remember they shot him and the detectives were like, yeah, this is suicide. They're like, but guess what? Can't find the gun. Weird. It's weird that they're eerily quiet. Why are you guys so
they're not quiet because you think they're being quiet because they're in the files? Like they're not going to just lie and say that they're not? Like they actually care about the truth of whether or not they're in the files? Come on, bro.
Where are you at with this?
They'll fucking lie and just, if they wanted to attack them, they would. But it's Sun Tzu. It's the art of war, dude. You don't interrupt your enemy when they're making a mistake. And this is what they're doing. This is their playbook. This is the playbook politicians follow. It's all Sun Tzu, art of war bullshit, guys.
So, I've been watching a lot of people over the weekend sort of have very emotional responses to what's going on here. And I put these people in 3 categories. There's...
And if they wiped everything clean and all that's in there is shit that's bad on Trump, they wiped everything clean and it's now like a hit piece on Trump, why wouldn't they come out and say something then? Oh, because they're following Sun Tzu's art of war.
Stupid and really stupid?
That's just your 3rd category, Vinny.
Gotcha.
I'll save the best for last.
Gotcha.
There's the people who want the truth and they're frustrated and they have every right of knowing that. I totally get those people. totally understand that.
Oh, he's changing his thing, because before he was calling them a bunch of fucking losers. The people who wanted the Epstein stuff, they're all a bunch of fucking losers.
The second tier of people, I believe, are people who are eating their popcorn watching this. It's like Game of Thrones and House of Cards and Tiger King all in one for these type of people. And then there's a third type of people, like my friend Vinny, who I love very much.
Tiger King, what?
And Jeffrey Epstein is living rent-free in your head. And you can't...
No, it's not Epstein that's living rent-free in our head, dickface. It's the fact that our government is covering for a fucking pedophile guy and not giving us transparency. The American people want transparency. It's as simple as like, oh, how are we supposed to make the right decisions if we're not informed on this type of shit? And we want to know our government is actually working for us and not a bunch of fucking blackmailers, dude. We don't give a fuck about Epstein. We care about our government and our government giving us transparency, dude.
You can't shake it. And every morning you wake up,
bro.
you're like, dude, we need more information on Epstein.
Actually, I don't.
It's like you're watching the show.
That's not what I do in the morning.
And you're speculating, oh, it's this guy. It could be him. I don't know what's going on. When the reality is, and I mean this sincerely, you don't know shit, bro.
Oh, yes, I do.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
I know that they're not giving us transparency, and I want transparency, dumbass.
Because
I'll retort when you're done.
If Pam Bondi is saying something, and Kash Patel is saying something.
Oh, I believe that.
And Dan Bongino is saying something, and Trump is saying
The government
something.
wouldn't lie at him. You're right.
Okay,
The
I'm not
government
saying,
would never
I'm
lie.
not saying that. I'm just saying
$2.
you
They're
don't.
all diddlers.
Yeah, dude, at this point, like, if you're covering this up and you're not like the American people asking for transparency and releasing every file that you could possibly release, I have to wonder, what's in your background? What fucking skeletons are in your closet?
Don't know. So I have the humility and I have the capacity to say, you know what? Does this matter? Yeah. Can I control any of this? Zero. If Pam Bondi can't control this, and Dan Bongino can't control this, and Kash Patel, who basically platformed himself on this issue, can't solve this, Vinny ain't solving this, homie.
Who said I'm trying to solve
you
it,
are.
Adam? No, I'm
because
not.
you put yourself out.
Sosnick, someone says, this is Adam Sosnick, right? This is the guy talking. I don't even know his last name, but I think that's his last name. You're talking about him, B? He might be in the files. He hangs in Florida with the Fresh and Fit crowd. It's possible, dude. I mean, with the amount of people that visited the island and flew on the plane, like, you have to wonder if you're somebody with a lot of money that circled, the powerful people crowds. There's, Epstein seemed to have his hand in fucking everything, honestly. So it wouldn't surprise me.
Out there,
Okay, good.
and you act like you're the authority on this.
Sosnick.
You're not.
Say, Adam,
And
when you have
hold
those
on,
three
my-
groups,
my final point.
No one's saying they're authority. People are saying, hey, give us information, release the files, give us what you promised, which was transparency, dude.
Here
That's what we're asking
is
for.
A common theme that we talk about on this show is signal versus noise. To me, this is a whole bunch of noise. You're searching for Bigfoot when I'm trying to get rich and create things in my life.
Great.
So good luck with your search.
Great.
I'm going to go live in reality.
I have a
and I'm
fast
not
question for
and I'm not downplaying the significance of.
Funny that he said, I'm going to go get rich. Yeah, I wonder what your motivation is here, Adam. Is your motivation transparency so the American people can be informed and make better decisions? Or is your motivation to get into the elite circle so you can get rich, dude, and maybe run for office? I don't know. He kind of just said it. It's a little bit of a Freudian slip, maybe.
This. I'm saying for most people who are fat, lazy, broke, the people I'm talking about, they're obsessed with stuff like this when they have so many personal issues in their life they can't fix. So they basically deflect and say, yeah, but Epstein. Yeah, but the Tiger King. Yeah, did you see what happened on Game of Thrones? No, I didn't, because I'm actually doing bigger things in my life.
But do you think people...
So bigger. So you analyze it, and you say there's three groups. Okay, of the three groups, you say, Adam.
That's some of the dumbest shit I've ever fucking heard, dude. I wonder if he took the call from Trump and is like, yes, sir, Trump. Well, I'll stop talking about it. I'll stop talking about it. Oh, yeah. Can I go to Mar-a-Lago next month? Oh, yeah, of course. We'll get you a table.
What is the percent size of each one? Is it third, a third, a third, as you see it, just as you estimate it? Because you said you broke it into three groups you observed.
Maybe not. I don't know. I haven't done the exact math.
What
is
that's
your
a very
sense?
valid question. What he's asking you is, where do you think majority of people in America fall? These are types of questions we ask on a podcast. You don't have to get 100% right, but what is your assumption of where people fall.
I would say there's a vast percentage of people who genuinely care about this.
Yeah, it's over 60% of both sides, Republican and Democrat.
Spocko super chatted $1.99. Who is this idioty?
This is a guy who thinks that wanting to know about wanting transparency makes you like the Tiger King or something. I don't know, but this guy is a fucking moron, dude.
More than 50?
I care about this. Like this isn't
Group
so
3.
let's be real clear here. This isn't a top 3 issue for me. It may be a top 10 issue. I don't think it's a top 3 for most Americans. I think most Americans.
No, dude, that's bullshit. If it wasn't before, it is a top 3 issue now, 100%.
Americans wake up
on both sides. Both sides of the aisle agree. I think it's. I have it later. There's a poll. It's like over 60% of both sides. They want the files released. Andrew, what's up, buddy?
Andrew Wilson super chatted $5. Ghislaine Maxwell is willing to talk about the Epstein files. Just wanted to say I'm sorry to hear about her unaliving.
Yeah, they got to keep her safe, man. I want to hear what she has to say. I hope she does actually come out, and I hope they don't do it behind a closed door, and we never, we got to wait years to get her testimony. I want to know what the fuck she has to say.
Work. They have
Thank
to
you
deal
for
with
the 10,
rent,
the
or
5,
the mortgage,
Andrew.
the cost
Appreciate
of living.
you.
They want to deal with their kids. They want to take their kids to school. It's summer right now. They're worried about immigration, the border.
One more
I don't
like
think
away
the
from
average
100, boys.
person's waking up going,
Who's going to be 100?
Did we find out about
Adam,
Epstein?
So
He's lucky 100.
45-second response.
No, there was a
answer that should have been-
7-second response.
No, there's no way it's 7 seconds.
That was.
So what percentage falls in the category of people that care? Either say you can't answer it, we'll move on.
No.
But don't take 2 minutes.
I didn't take 2 minutes. I took 7
what are
seconds.
the 3 categories?
It just went from 45 seconds
Okay, I'm
to
gonna
2
move on.
minutes.
Let me just come back.
Dude, everybody doesn't like. You can tell even PBD's own crew they don't like Adam. How long until this guy gets pushed out? I wonder if this guy's got blackmail on PBD. That's why he's in there. I mean, shit. How many people like that's their career fucking path is like? Okay, I just got to blackmail somebody very powerful, and then I'm set.
But no, but the reality is,
hang on.
people do care
Vinny.
about
Vinny,
this.
Okay, go ahead. We're not going to get an answer
Go on a
here.
rant for
Vinny,
30 seconds.
Go for it.
Adam, you said so much, and so much of it was bullshit.
Oh, I guarantee you, if you take a poll right now, somebody said Epstein's not a top 5 for Dems. I guarantee you, if you take a poll right now, it would be top 5. It'd probably be number 1.
So I have to kind of process it in my brain, because you think people like me wake up every morning and no, Adam, I wake up, I listen to 432 hertz calm, I go to the gym.
He's one of those guys. I've listened to the 432 hertz shit, the binaural beats. I don't understand what the fuck that's supposed to do for me. I don't think it does anything. I tried it.
I do my thing, and I can walk at him like the average American, walk and chew bubblegum at the same time. I could worry about money. I could be investing. Tom took freaking 20 minutes of his time this morning to help me with my investments, help me with my stuff. And guess what? I could still think about Epstein. And the thing is, Adam, here's the real thing. All the victims that are out there, none of them are in your family. Your nieces, your nephew, none of them were raped. None of them were trafficked, Adam. So I could see where you wouldn't give a shit.
Were they in your family?
No, hold on.
Were they in your family?
You don't.
Oh, he's getting cooked so fucking hard right now, dude. This is, I don't know who this guy is, but actually this is the guy that's pretty funny, right? He does like little sketches every now and then. He's actually, this guy's kind of funny too, if I remember right.
I don't care about the kids that much.
No.
Hold on.
Let
let
me
me
bullshit
finish.
argument.
No, it's not
That's
a bullshit argument. Because just like when the border, when these illegals rape, hold on, and murder. Wait a minute.
So these are the only kids in the world that are dealing with tragedy. It's just these kids.
No, Adam.
It's not everywhere in the world.
Adam, hundreds.
These are the only kids we're going to worry about.
No,
okay.
Adam. Again, I can walk and chew bubblegum at the same time. Okay. Because you're like, what about?
No, because you're like you're like those guys that are obsessed with the Tiger King. If you want fucking rape victims to get justice.
All the other stuff. And guess what? Trump has closed the border. Okay. Those rapes and killings barely even happening from illegals. Okay. Tariffs, ICE, everything is kicking ass. The main problem right now is you ran. They all ran on Epstein, deep state, everybody. We're going to get them.
The future looks bright, hats.
Okay. I guess that was it. That's when it was just getting heated. They cut it off. Should have kept going. Oh, here's another one who got the call. I like Dinesh D'Souza, but damn, man. I think there's people don't want to lose access. Like they finally got in close with a president, and they don't want to lose that access. And this seems to be the MO of people who are, okay, Trump, sorry, we'll stop talking about it. We trust you. We trust you. Let's see if what he says has anything to do with trust. This is what they do. You got to trust Trump. I trust Trump. It's not a trust thing, bitch. He's not my father. He's not my God. He's a fucking politician who promised some shit, and now I want to hold him accountable to that shit. Okay? It's not a trust thing. I think he even says something about team sports. This team sport mentality with politics needs to go away, dude. This is not a fucking team sport, bro.
I'm going to talk about the Epstein files, and I'm going to make the case that even though there are unanswered questions about
You can see, look at him. He doesn't want to be saying this. He's just forced to say this because he's going to lose his access to the White House.
Epstein, it is in fact time to move on. Part of being on a political team is maintaining a certain amount.
A political team. This is not a team sport, fuckhead. God, I like Dinesh D'Souza. He's made great documentaries. But once you start seeing this as a team sport, you're lost. You're lost. You're going to be just as bad as the Democrats, just as bad as the Clintons, all the fucking... You're becoming what you supposedly hate. It's a team sport. I'm on Team Republican. I'm on Team Trump. Fuck you and your stupid teams, dude.
Amount of maturity, recognizing you can't win them all, recognizing there are some things that are important to you that are less important to the guy that
GTA 6 will drop before the Epstein files. You are correct, Goalie Squad.
you've put in charge, who is trying to focus on things right in front of him. And so having a sense of perspective, having a sense of balance, having a sense of maturity, I think is more important even than getting to the bottom of what really happened with Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah. It's not important to know what the fuck, who's actually pulling the strings in our government. That's not important because you know who's not pulling, you know who's definitely not pulling the strings of our government? The American people. That's who's definitely not pulling the strings. So yeah, don't worry about it, guys. Don't worry that you've lost complete control of your country because you got a bunch of pedophiles that have been blackmailed that are running things. Allegedly. Don't worry about that, guys. It's Team Republican. Be a good team player, guys. Fuck that, dude. Mitchell, Trump is crossing under Biden's numbers. That's a pretty big reversal in less than a week. Crashing. The big one is Epstein, and people keep downplaying it. This is not about a guy who died in 2019. This is about a representation of a two-tiered justice system and about unaccountable government. Couldn't have said it better myself.
Hang on 1 second. I just want to go back to your opening.
We're hanging on, dude.
Given the role he's been on and the run he's been on, and particularly the other day, even the media was saying they've never seen a president on this kind of run, and it kind of
Thank you
kicks
for the
off the
100th like,
summer
YouTubey.
where there's less interest in politics, but it's just his momentum's building. You would have anticipated with landmark legislation, with although we didn't like the involvement in Iran, he did dramatically end the 12-day war and didn't have regime change. I mean, everything he's doing is kind of clicking. Just that being, if this hadn't come up a Sunday a week ago, what would you have anticipated his polling? Where would you see the trend line going? Where would you see his polling going on a national basis and with the MAGA movement?
Well, just talking about his job approval rating, he hit net +8 June 15th, which was...
He was killing it, dude. When Doge was a thing, everybody was so excited. Like, holy shit, are we actually going to start fucking cleaning up the fraud and making sure our tax dollars aren't being stolen and sent to fucking God knows where? Oh, man, I was fucking hyped at that point. Dude, did this fucking train just went off the cliff and it's just fucking flying into the ground right now at like 1,000 miles an hour.
It's also, I will admit, the first day that Israel attacked Iran. I think it was June 13th. And it's been downhill since then. So he's lost 12 points now. He's underwater 4 points. People who've been following us know that we've been putting out a chart pretty much daily that overlays all of the presidential net approvals going back to Obama 1.
This is one of the few pollsters I trust a little bit.
And where I was going into July 4th was I said, well, Trump's probably a day or two away from crossing over Obama's numbers. And where are we now? Donald Trump is crossing under Joe Biden's numbers. And so that's a pretty big...
You're more unpopular than a fucking senile, early stage, late stage Alzheimer's patient who was fucking paraded around like Weekend at Bernie's, dude. And all you had to do was shut the fuck up and be like, oh, we're working on it. Yeah, we've got a crack team going through all of it. I trust Bondi. We're going through it, and we're going to put together an amazing case, and we're going to make sure there's justice for the victims. And then that's it. You could have just kept saying that every year, right? Until your fucking term's up, and then whatever, dude. At that point, you're gone. But you're that fucking stupid. That's why I think Alex is onto something when he says it's almost like they're forcing him to say this. It's almost like he made a deal, like for something. Like if you come out and say that there's nothing to see here, then we'll play nice with you. It's weird. It's weird. It makes no sense.
Big reversal in less than a week. And the biggest news, I mean, that I can attribute to this, it's like maybe people have heartburn that the one big beautiful bill was the messaging was a bit of a mess. It doesn't cut enough. Maybe it's the news that Republican establishment is playing footsie with amnesty because of all the people who love slave labor. But the big one is Epstein, and people keep downplaying it. But this is not about a guy who died in 2019. This is about a representation of two-tier justice and about unaccountable government. And I don't think, listen, back in March, or it was the end of February, voters were let down on the Epstein thing too. But that's because they thought Trump was, okay, he'll just bring it later.
Bumpy Johnson, are you saying why hasn't he been silent? Okay, I'm going to read your full comment, Bumpy. And thank you, Bumpy. I know you're a regular viewer, and it's fine if we disagree. I like it. I like that you actually disagree, but you actually are saying something other than, "Oh, you're just a fucking moron." So I appreciate you, Bumpy. So don't take offense if we disagree and I debate you on this. Pink Trip, why isn't Alex Jones the president if he's the smartest man in America? First of all, I mean, come on. That's a dumb question. Why hasn't he been silenced? Where have you been, dude? Where have you been? Did you not see him get kicked off every major social media platform? Until finally, Elon bought X and finally brought him back. Did you not witness all of that, Bumpy? Did you not witness all the cases against him for merely having an unpopular opinion where they tried to take his business? If it wasn't for a judge in Texas that's like finally fucking bringing some common sense to the case? Like, where have you been, Bumpy? Did you not see everything that happened to Alex, dude?
It's been a campaign promise, and I know that he didn't specifically
anyway,
quote it very many
nice
times.
name.
But this has been basically a proxy for government accountability and redress for the deep state. And so what happened, in my opinion, in the last few days is there was a major rug pull, and it's affecting his polling. Now, what do I...
Yep, I think he said it very well. Mark Mitchell, Rasmussen, this is the guy who does the Rasmussen polls, which are usually pretty good. Tucker, let's see. This is a quick one to Tucker.
I guess they're just so dumb. They didn't realize that if you tell everybody you have the tapes of these crimes and then you issue a memo saying you're not going to prosecute anybody for the crimes, what are you saying? I'm covering up for the perpetrators of these crimes. Duh. They have no one with an IQ over 80 over there to read the memos? Are you kidding? I guess they're just so dumb, they didn't realize that.
I guess Tucker just has Trump derangement syndrome. You know, Tucker, the guy who spent most of his time at Fox News defending Trump against the Russia bullshit, defending Trump against everything, but now he's got Trump derangement syndrome. No, maybe some of us aren't fucking shills. And maybe some of us are sick of the team sports aspect of politics, and we actually want shit to get done. Not to just, oh, there's a Republican in there now, so I'm happy and I'll defend my team. No, get the shit done that we voted for you to do. And don't go against don't completely flip the script and be like, oh, we're going to release all these files and now, oh, there's nothing to see here. Like, come on, man. Come on. Not all of us are going to be little bitch team players. Thank God. Yeah, so this is independent Trump approval a week after inauguration, +6. Independent Trump approval now, -19. A major part of Trump's new coalition are pissed. Major part. Roughly 2/3 of every political category, 68% of Democrats, 66% of Republicans, and 69% of unaffiliated voters reject the idea that Epstein's case is closed and instead believe that there are dozens of powerful and wealthy offenders who need to face justice. That is a very high number, guys. We're talking over 60% across the board. And I'm guessing the other 30+% all went to the island. Because, what the fuck is wrong with you? You don't want to have transparency? No, I don't want to know. I'll trust the government. Don't tell me anything, please. I'm trying to watch Netflix. I don't want to know about this stuff. Or they went to the island. One or the other. Oh, here's another one, Tucker. Tucker torches Trump's dismissal of Epstein files.
Are you joking? You're not going to shout me down, by the way, at this point. I spent 4 years being shouted down by the left for asking, I think, reasonable questions.
Thank you, Diarrhea Clown. Nice. God, you guys.
Diarrhea Clown super chatted $5.
You guys got some great names. We got Bumpy Johnson. We got Diarrhea Clown. Yeah, there's some great names in here, guys.
I have always felt very moderate.
Thank you,
I'm
brother.
not a hater at all.
No, you're a hater. You got Trump derangement syndrome, bro.
I'm not going to become one. And I don't think my questions are insane. They may be stupid. But if they're stupid, then just speak slowly so I can understand as you answer them. They're not crazy. And if they
Wow,
are,
your first super chat, thank you, Diarrhea Clown. I'm honored. For real, you guys that send me money, I maybe I can't thank you guys enough. I don't want to derail the show, but thank you guys. I know everybody works hard for their money. So if you're sending me $1, you're sending me $2, $5, whatever you're sending me, I'm very appreciative of it. And yeah, this is a fan-funded show. The only reason I'm here is because all of you guys that are like funding the show. Although people would like to talk shit about me, but I wouldn't be making content right now if you guys didn't enjoy this live stream. I'd be back doing telecom, traveling, fucking contracting again, because I do need to make a living. But you guys are keeping me in business, and I really appreciate that. You guys rock.
tell me how, but dismissing me out of hand by attacking my motive is not going to work. And telling me that my question is an insult to the children who died in Texas in a flood is an outrageous response.
Oh yeah, Tucker.
You are, anyway, sorry. And I say that with love, but I voted against that kind of crap. It's not just the argument, it's the style of argument. You are not allowed to dismiss my questions as a United States citizen with a wave of the hand and an attack on my character. You get the middle finger in the face from me for doing that until you stop doing it.
I think Tucker's stealing my talking points too, dude. Because that's what I was doing yesterday. I was all, fuck you, I'm fucking flipping the finger off everybody. Thank you, Cold C, brother. I appreciate you. Dodge Holder, give him 5 more memberships. Thank you, Doge. You did 5 the other day too, man. I appreciate you. Who we got on the team now? Who's that? Bo? Welcome, Bo. Gully Squad, welcome, Gully Squad. Trend Leader, I'm sorry, I'm getting old. I need to get reading glasses. Trend Leader 683-861. 863, I don't know. I can barely see. Everything's blurry. Celadon, Aiden Boyd. Welcome to the team, guys. Thank you. That's very generous. Everybody say thank you to Doge Holder, because he's a man. Thank you, brother.
I think we have an absolute right to demand sensible answers. And the first question is, who the hell was Jeffrey Epstein working for? Why did Leon Black pay him $100 and something million for tax advice? Don't stop lying to me. It's not tax advice. I have an accountant. It's not that expensive. And
that is wild. $100 million for tax advice. Oh yeah, okay. I'm sure that's not just what you put it under, and who knows? I mean, who knows what he blackmailed you for to get $100 million for tax advice? But no, don't ask questions, guys. Just trust. Just trust him. Trust in Trump. What's wrong? You don't trust Trump. Oh, we got some more, Alex. Let's see what he says here.
Trump could kill it and then get a lot of political cachet with those groups. That's the type of advice that Susie Wiles, the White House chief of staff, we know has been giving Trump. And I'm not trying to villainize her. That's very that's the trendy thing to do, very avant-garde. No, but
is it his chief of staff? I've never really heard anybody try to blame her, but yeah.
But it is Susie Wiles, because she's a big politico that has a foot in the Democratic Party and a foot in the Republican Party. And, she's brought a lot of organization to the Trump operation, and that's why they've been so effective on many areas of their agenda. So, the sword cuts both ways. But it's Susie Wiles. And, Mr. President, you're so popular, you're so incredible, you survived assassinations and lawfare and all of it. No, you just go out there and, you just shut this investigation down. And, they're criticizing your attorney general and your FBI director, deputy director. You just come out and say, yeah, you want people to move on. And your base will move on. That is the worst advice that you could give somebody.
Is he really taking her advice? I don't think anybody's advising Trump to do that. I mean, who would be dumb enough to advise him to do this? All you would, if you really want, you were like, okay, we need to cover this up, right? But the way we do it is we constantly announce that we're doing a heavy investigation and charges will come, and we just keep pushing the ball down.
Like Stone Cold said, DTA, don't trust anybody, lol.
I agree, dude. Stone Cold's a man. and Alex is trying to get a Stone Cold look. I think Alex needs to go with the full beard. I forgot who said, was it you? MMA KO said it yesterday. Alex needs to bring back the full beard. I know he's trying to go with the stone cold look with the bald head and all that. It looks good, but I like the full beard on Alex. Thank you, brother. But yeah, it's like they're trying to push the ball down the road with this shit. I mean, they could have pushed the ball down the road and just been quiet and been like, trust us, guys. We're working on this. There's just so much information to go through, but cases are coming. They could have done that for 4 years. And a smart fucking... That's why I don't believe anybody's telling him to do this. I think he's just doing this himself. And it's just he's just being dumb. Or, he fucks some kids. I mean, who knows? It seems like they're hiding something, dude. It really does. Damn, these 2 hours are going by fast. I'm already fucking almost at 2 hours and we're only halfway through all this shit. So this one might end up being a long one. Let's see what Dave Smith had to say.
You know how me and you, Rob,
the Panickin himself, Dave Smith,
have been saying for the last couple episodes, and we were like, this Epstein thing is a real problem for Donald Trump. This isn't just, a little thing that the base isn't happy about. This is like a really profound issue that is going to change the way his base looks at him. That was really solidified by my experience there, or maybe solidified isn't the right way to put it, but it was validated for sure. Like this is Charlie Kirk's Turning Point USA, and I'm sure as some of you guys saw, in some of the clips that were going super viral, like with Tucker Carlson or Megyn Kelly, but when they're saying straight up that the government is covering up this child rapist intelligence operation, this blackmail ring, they're getting, it was like the overwhelming majority.
It blew me away too. Like turning points, like turning on fucking Trump. Even Turning Point is cheering when you say something bad about, or not say something bad, when you criticize Israel. The people of Turning Point are cheering. It's a different paradigm we're in right now. It just doesn't seem the same as it used to be. Thank you, Midwest Request, for the 99-cent sticker, brother. Appreciate you.
Was with them. It was really something. And when you come out of an environment like that, like this is the most rah Donald Trump's base that there is. Like this is you're at the epicenter of like the pro-Trump crowd, and it was kind of stunning to me to see that they are really not going along with this one, even though Donald Trump straight up told them to. They're just not going along with this. So it seemed to me to be a huge indicator that we're on to something with that. Now, I don't know what exactly comes of that, or what, is it possible that this is kind of the story of the day, and maybe in a little bit of time, it's not quite as white hot of an issue? Perhaps. I got to say, I don't think this one is going away, but it was really interesting to go there and see how much of these like young activist Donald Trump base types were just not having it.
It warms my heart, dude. We got to keep this coalition, this America First. I think it's going to morph into America Only. I hope a lot of these people don't get put off and go like, fuck this. I'm done. I'm just not paying attention anymore. Get blackpilled, because we can't give up, dude. We got to go down fighting, bro. Trump beat the summer slump. Economy strong, polling help, and I heard that the tariffs actually got us in the black. I haven't seen the exact numbers, but the income that we're getting from the tariffs, or maybe it's the first quarter or something, we were actually in the black, meaning we brought in more money than we spent. That's fucking huge, dude. That's a huge thing. So, it sucks because there is some good things happening, but this just outshines all of it.
Mark Mitchell, do me a favor. Let's go back. I want to go back to something you said, and I want you to explain to people, because I think you guys have been doing this daily tracking poll for all the way back to Obama's term, correct?
Absolutely. Yep.
And people have used that as a gauge. You guys have been extraordinarily accurate, and you can see inflection points, particularly when you say like Afghanistan. There's inflection points in a presidency that you can go back later and see in your tracking poll where it hit. You made a comment that on July 4th, around July 4th, that President Trump was close to passing Obama on the tracking poll. Was Obama was he at the highest? Is he like a standard for you guys to look at? And why was that important that President Trump was close to, you thought within 2 days would pass that?
Well, it bucks the historical trend of this idea of a summer of disillusionment where people were promised a whole lot of things on the stump and then realized that the establishment candidates can't actually come in and change anything. And what's changed over time is that Obama came in with a really, really, really high honeymoon. It was in the 60s, almost 70%. But of course, by the summer, he was kicking around in the high 40s. That's happened to every president, but they've come in with lower honeymoons. That happened to Trump. He came in with a 53 and got up to a 55. He's been doing all right. Net plus two.
$1.96. No child is alone. God's people are with us.
Amen, Mad Joe. Amen. Thank you for the super chat, bro.
Net plus 3 on average. You know, keeping the supporters, picking up a little bit support from the fall. And you look at it and say, well, there's really nothing major that can happen here. They already threw every hoax in the world against this guy, and the Democrats are in complete disarray. So short of some kind of black swan, some kind of economic implosion, some kind of, you know, World War III kicking off in a way that he was unable to control, he's been on the world stage for 10 years. He's Teflon Don. People basically know who he is. And so for all of a sudden, an unforced error, and I really think it is, an unforced error comes like this and just steals his thunder. We had our June economic confidence index was the highest print that we've had since the summer of 2021. Our unemployment rate that we measure every month is going down.
It is a lot like Tim Dillon said, dude. He's like, honey, I know this guy fucks kids, but God dang it, didn't you see how good he is with the economy? I want to buy a new car, damn it. I know he fucks kids, but they all fuck kids. So pick the best kid fucker. I mean, it's right though. Like, he's doing a good job with the economy. There's some things he's doing well. He's cleaning up the border, but god damn it, he's covering up for kid fuckers. I guess that's where we're at. We just got to pick the best kid fucker out of all of them and go with them.
There's all of these reasons that people should be positive, and what is everybody going to talk about probably for months is this Epstein thing. And it's also because there's just so many obvious gaslighting and fake logic. And listen, this is not about the list. People don't want to see the list. The reason they're asking the list is because they don't trust the FBI anymore.
Well, I actually do want to see the list. If there is a list of people that were fucking going to the island, you know, people that they believe he had, yeah, of course people want to see the list. What are you talking about?
Or to do investigations. This is the FBI that under Biden, a majority of people said was Joe Biden's personal Gestapo. And so this is the part that I don't think the Trump administration appreciates. This was an election. People say, oh, it's the economy. No, it was an election about institutional trust and the death of the American dream. But 30% trust the federal government. Strong majority think the DOJ was weaponized. 72% are concerned we're living in a police state. We have these numbers over and over again. And a really big one, how...
What are you talking about, Susano? You're talking about how they changed the metrics for measuring unemployment, and they basically stopped counting people who like are long-term unemployed or just gave up. Is that what you're talking about? Yeah. They fuck with the numbers all the time. Like inflation. Like Social Security, the reason why there was no Social Security raise for the longest time is because they changed the way they calculated inflation so that it was like kind of fucking with the numbers to make it look like there wasn't as much inflation as there is. So people who have Social Security just got fucked over for the longest time. They didn't get, they barely got any kind of increase until inflation got so bad under Biden, they actually had to pick it up.
Important is the rule of law, ensuring public officials are held to the same standard of justice as other citizens. 94% important, 82% very important. That's as close as it gets to 100. You wouldn't see somebody like oxygen wouldn't even get 82% very important. So this idea of two-tier justice is just absolutely an anathema to people, and we're going to be talking about it. That's the problem. And how do they get rid of this? They have an $11 billion a year Federal Bureau of Investigation. Where are the investigations? Just because we have new people at the head of these administrations is not enough to restore public trust. The trust in these institutions was destroyed under Biden. It takes extraordinary transparency, in my opinion, to give that trust back to voters. You can't just say nothing to see here. It's trust me, bro, is not going to work to restore trust. It should be, hey, this week we're launching this investigation. Here's how many agents are on. Here's the general plan of attack. Here's where you're going to hear something about it. Like, it's not about going on Fox News. It's about having this substance. So here's the thing.
Don't cut him off, Bannon. What are you doing? Let him cook.
I mean, if people
hang on one second.
want to see accountability, investigate.
I think we already saw this part. That was the last clip we saw was what Bannon's about to say. Candace Owens, Trump is gaslighting the public, right? Some of you guys want Candace Owens to be the next president. Hey, throw her hat in the ring, bro. The Epstein scandal is definitely terminal cancer to the MAGA movement. There's just no making anybody forget about this Epstein scandal.
I can't reconcile this Donald Trump with the Trump that we're seeing right now, the Trump that is gaslighting the public right now, the Trump that I voted for.
Is Bannon in the files? That's what Elon says. But then Bannon says Elon's in the files. You can't believe anything Elon says about Bannon and Bannon says about Elon. It's like they're like a couple, you know? They're both talking shit about each other and the truth lies somewhere in the middle. But it's possible that they're on the files. But, Elon, you got to give him some credit. He came out a couple months ago and was like, the reason we're not getting the Epstein files is because Trump's in them. And then all of this shit happens. Ooh, I don't know, man. Elon won. He got some credit in my book for that.
Across multiple elections.
At the time, I thought he was just being petty. I was like, oh, this is you went way too low with this one. But now it's like, oh, he was actually trying to tell us something.
Epstein scandal is definitely terminal cancer to Trump's MAGA movement. There's no question about that. I actually said to my husband this week, and we were talking about it, that in order for Trump to get out of this is how bad it is, in order for him to actually make the MAGA base forget this, like potentially move on from Jeffrey Epstein, he would essentially have to come right out and repeal income tax in the United States. And then we would be extremely happy. Everyone would be very happy. And then we'd go, actually, thanks, Trump, but we still remember the Epstein scandal and we want the list. That's how bad it is. There's just no making anybody forget about this Epstein scandal. I can't.
A good point. Like, even if he came out and was like, okay, we're abolishing the income tax effective immediately, people would be like, oh, fuck, that's awesome. But we still want the files. I'd love that. That's like part of what got me excited about Trump is when he started talking about abolishing the income tax. I'm down for abolishing it completely, but I think some sort of system where, like, if you're, living paycheck to paycheck, you should be able to keep your money and not have to work 3 months out of the year for the government when you're barely fucking surviving, right? But now if, you're making millions a year, whatever, we can have an income tax for that. But, people making under 150,000, I'd probably put it under $1 million. Anybody making under $1 million a year, it's all your money, other than what the local, your local state taxes. But federally, you keep all that money.
Reconcile.
I would. There is a way to solve these problems. Don't let them tell you there's not. There is a way to solve the Social Security fucking issue. There is a way to solve all of our entitlement issues, and that's to get rid of them. And there's a way to phase them out that causes the least amount of harm. And would people have a problem if you're like, okay, well, this year our budget's going to balloon through the roof. Okay, we're going to be spending a lot of money because we need to transition all of these entitlement programs to the states. So we're going to print a bunch of money, give all the states a fucking a head start on building these retirement programs, so the retirement programs can be run by each state. There are ways to do it, but people think you can't fix it, but you can. You just got to kind of get the federal government out of it and let it go all local.
You know how me and you, Rob, had been saying...
People that were here when I released my plan to fix the country, they might remember what I was talking about, but yeah, you can fucking give the option for the states to take over the retirement plans. You can even give people back all the money they fucking spent into Social Security. Like if they want to opt out and go, okay, well, all these, you've spent 100,000 so far in the Social Security, so you can actually get that money back now and decide what you want to do with it. And yeah, there might be a big hit temporarily, but in the long run, we'll not be underwater every year fucking trying to fund these entitlements and the interest on the fucking debt and all that other shit. There's a way. Don't let people tell you that there's no way to fix this shit, because there is. The reason why there's no way to fix this shit is because there's no will to do it, and the American people have no method of enacting this sort of change.
In for the last couple episodes, and we were like, this Epstein,
there's no peaceful method, I should say,
thing is a real problem for Donald Trump. This isn't just a little thing that the base isn't.
Have we already watched this one? Yeah, I think I might have pulled that one up twice. Let's go to the next one. We are run by the military industrial. We're running out of time. We can, well, this is a short one. Jeffrey Sachs. I'm not sure. This guy's name seems familiar, but I'm not sure who he is.
Right. We are run
by the military-industrial complex. Trump is a sideshow. What Trump has done in recent weeks with Ukraine, with the Middle East, with China, with
Andrew
Epstein.
Wilson super chatted $5. Doge is the best government agency. Unfortunately, Congress blocks 99% of their cuts. Instead of saving taxpayer money on unnecessary BS.
Yeah, and it doesn't even seem like Trump even fought for it, right? Like Trump just gave it up like nothing. Yeah, Doge was great, man. That was like the peak of the fucking administration when Doge was the thing, dude. That was when everybody was psyched. And now it's just gone. And yet, name a more useless institution than Congress and Senate. Useless, dude. Completely fucking useless.
Tapes with all of it is just fall into line as presidents are supposed to do. MAGA is, turns out, it's a campaign slogan, of course. It's nothing new. It's a continuation of the deep state. And the deep state has led us to one war after.
MAGA isn't. Because MAGA is the fucking people. And Trump took that shit over. Like Alex said, we've built this shit way before you got here, Trump, and you come and take over it. So it's not MAGA. It's Trump. Okay? Because when you say MAGA, that's when you're denigrating the actual people of MAGA. And a lot of these people are good people who just want to see this fucking corruption brought under control and fixed.
After another, yes, military stocks are soaring. The Israeli stock exchange is soaring. Can you believe it? Israel's at war. It's disrupted. But
is this guy really bad? I know his name, but I don't know him. But I mean, is he wrong what he's saying here? He sounds right to me.
The war profiteers are making a fortune. And this is what runs the American show now. Not Trump, not Congress, which is irrelevant, not even a sideshow. And the Supreme Court, by the way, has basically said to Trump, yeah, you do whatever you want. We're not going to stop you. So I
don't have a problem with that.
We have the ability completely out of control of the military-industrial complex to run our nation. And it is. And that means war nonstop.
So, yep, there's a lot of money in war. Okay, this is I've always not liked John Leguizamo. I've always been like, man, why is this guy in so many movies? He fucking sucks. His voice is annoying. His whole character's annoying. And yeah, he's a dumbass. And even Bill Maher knows he's a dumbass.
The ultra woke stuff that wins the awards.
There's no ultra woke, bro. I'm ultra woke. They're not woke enough.
Imagine saying that. Imagine being like, I'm ultra woke. I'm so woke. Like that's a badge of honor, dude.
I'm sorry. They're not woke enough.
Well, that's quite a statement, and we probably should not pursue that at all.
America is a centrist country. We don't have a real left. We have a real radical right. But
dude, you talking about the radical left has taken over the Democratic Party. Have you been paying attention?
We don't have a real radical left. We have center and then a little center left.
That goes against all reality. The left has continued to move so far to the left right now. There is no center left. The center left is fucking on the right now, technically. The center left, people who really believe, like we're talking about the ideology and like the policies of somebody who's center left, those people are voting for Trump now. Well, probably not anymore, but they were.
Real radical left wants to destroy government just like the right wants to
yeah, but then they want to replace it with communism. So that's a little different. It's a little different, you fucking dumb little chihuahua.
Upend everything, wants to throw out the establishment. We don't have it.
I'm glad Steven Seagal slapped you in your dumb fucking face. Let's bring Steven Seagal next time to this interview and let him slap this dumb little fucking bitch again.
Any of that. Come on. What do we have? The left.
If you guys don't know, there's a story where he was doing, what was that plane film with Steven Seagal where there was like a hijacking of a plane and this guy was in it as well. And Steven Seagal supposedly like beat the shit out of him, did some karate moves on him. I forgot why, but I think he deserved it.
The Democrats eat their own, and they don't listen to their progressives. They destroy them.
Except the whole left is progressives, right? Like they still call themselves liberals, the Liberal Party. It's a progressive party now. It's not center left, dude.
I don't even.
Executive Decision, was that the name of it? I think so.
I picked the wrong week to quit sniffing glue. I tell you.
Come on, let's hop.
Let me ask you about.
Bill's like, I'm not fucking. This is too dumb. Let's just change the subject. It's too fucking stupid. There's a longer one. Let's see what this is.
Part of this is a backlash to how badly Biden handled the immigration situation. It can't just be like come one, come all, which
Dude,
it was.
There's plenty of room here, and we need
room.
There's plenty of room in America. Come on, there's not a lack of room in America.
But it's never about room. It's about resources and about like having countries have to have a border. It just can't be. I mean, they've done surveys and something like 200 million people around the world, when asked, would you come to America if you could? Yes, I would. Why wouldn't they? Lots of countries, are shitholes.
Right.
And they would love to be here. You can't
I'm not right. No, right. The places aren't shitholes, but.
Well, they are.
I mean,
that's why they want to.
And it's usually because of America, what America's done, especially in Latin America, has beat up every democracy that was burgeoning in Latin America. They destroyed it to keep their oil.
I'm trying to find the clip of this little twink over here talking about when Steven Seagal kicked his ass, but I'm having a hard time finding it. I'll find it. Just so you know, that's why you're hearing videos opening up in the background.
Or their resources, or bauxite, or bananas.
Like, if you don't really have rights, like as far as like women's rights in most majority Muslim countries, women just don't have close to the rights we have here. If you can't dress the way you want, if you are in a country where there's just extreme poverty, which a lot of countries have, or if there's like the kind of corruption, and we have corruption here, of course, but on a level.
Well, we have extra new corruption with the meme coin.
But it is on a level in some countries that's way, way more.
Well, we're catching up. We're catching up.
We're catching up, but we still.
No, it's still.
But there's a reason why people want to come here, because it's still better.
But I got to tell you, I mean,
if you live in a country where you can take a chicken on a bus, that was always my standard. Okay,
It's so dumb because the argument needs to be, hey, yes, immigrants are welcome here if they come legally through the proper process. So we know who's coming in and we're not getting fucking criminals and terrorists and shit. Very simple.
I think I have the right to call that a shithole country. And I see why you want to come here. It's not your fault you live in a shithole. It doesn't mean you're a shithole person. But you have the misfortune of being born there. And I get it why you would want to move here.
Right, but the thing is that the immigrants that are coming here are building the country. They're the...
No, the country's already built, fuckface. They're coming to pick fruit and take jobs that other Americans can do. Fuckhead.
Essential workers.
They are.
They're the first.
Well, he's a commie. I mean, clearly he's a far left communist that doesn't believe in borders. He wants a one world government. So yeah, let's just get rid of our border. That's a good idea.
Responders. They're doing all your construction, painting, plumbing.
Yes.
Raising all your food, cooking all your food, serving all your food.
Kids, taking care of your kids.
Taking care of your kids. We do all the work that nobody wants to do.
And that's fine. Just come in legally, bro. Just come in legally. That's it. Where's the problem there? Come in properly. Don't sneak across our border like a fucking thief in the night. What's wrong with that?
And keeps the country going. I mean, immigrants are the life source of this country.
Yes, they are. Absolutely. Because, again, we're both products of them.
Yes, yes, we are both.
We need, but what...
Dodge Holder, you are my favorite legal immigrant. And God bless you for coming in properly, dude. God bless you. I hope you become a citizen soon if you're not already a citizen.
Most Americans, I think sensible, middle of the road people would say is, yes, of course, we are an immigrant welcoming country, but there has to be some order to it. It just can't be come one, come all. No, I mean, there was like video people would see of people, just the border guards just looking as people are just like giant trains of people. And, that's why, and then where do they go? They went to cities on the borders who then were like, you know what? If you people in New York think that it's such a great idea to let anybody in, we're going to bus them to you. And
I love that. That was such a good move, dude. They bust them to fucking New York and what was Martha's Vineyard. It's like, oh, you guys are all fucking loving this, right? Okay. And then as soon as they show up on your doorstep, oh, it's a problem. We got to get them out of here.
And what did the people in New York say? I mean, even the governor of New York was like, We can't take all these people. Mayor Adams was like, and he's right. It's like, these people live here, and now this is their burden to this degree. But I mean, those people,
I agree.
Those cities on the border called the bluff of the sanctuary city. It's very easy to sit there from far away and go, "We're a sanctuary city." Okay, well, here's all the people saying.
JR, he says legal immigrants taking American people's jobs and homes is a real problem. Correct. That's why I think if we had a good government, they would mandate that if you want to hire somebody from another country, it has to be because you have nobody able, because you've run out of people in America to do the job, and you have to pay them a wage that's, I would say, like 3% more or something like that, than what you would pay an American, to ensure that companies that are bringing people overseas legally to do the jobs, they're not just doing it to undercut the fucking wages of the American worker. They're doing it because it's a necessity. So these are easy problems to solve.
Thanks, right. And then they didn't like it.
Let's fix the immigration.
Same thing with the H-1B visa. It's fine. You need fucking tech guys from India. You need the cheap engineers from India. Okay, great. Then pay them a little bit more than you would pay an American. And watch how all of a sudden there's Americans who can do the job now. Oh, funny. And I'm sure there are some industries that they do need to offset with some foreign workers because there's not enough to fill those needs. That's great. Then you should pay them the same way you pay Americans, maybe even a little bit more.
That's the kind of hypocrisy.
Let's fix the legal immigration because it's a broken system. Right. That people who've been here for 30 years can't be naturalized. That's insane.
Did they come in illegally? Did they break our laws? Did they sneak into our country like a thief in the night trying to fuck your wife? That's a problem. They need to go back first. And then maybe they can reapply. But good luck with that because you already fucked up.
Working here and giving their lives. And just fix the legal immigration. Stop creating these quotas and this blockage.
He did finally have to go back on that and say, the people who work
farms
because who does he think cleans the rooms in his hotel?
Right, exactly.
Who do you think mows the lawn
in all his
at your golf club around your first wife's grave?
Your golf balls for you.
Oh, what an idiot, dude. What an idiot. These fucking out of touch actors, dude. Lauren Southern is now accusing Andrew Tate of raping her. Let me say that again. Lauren Southern is now accusing Andrew Tate of raping her. Look, at this point, I'm very sussed out with Andrew Tate. Where there's smoke, there's fire. Maybe everybody's making this shit up and it's all just, I don't know, man. I don't know, but I'm not an Andrew Tate supporter, FYI. Because I just, I'm skeeved out by all this, dude. Let's see. Holy smokes. Lauren Southern alleges in her new book that Cobra Tate forced himself on her in the hotel room, strangled her repeatedly after she verbally, physically resisted. Now, the big question that I usually have in these situations, which a lot of people have, is why are you waiting till now to write a book about it? Why didn't you go to the police immediately? That always makes me a little suspicious, right? This is something you should immediately go to the police about. As soon as you're away from your victimizer, you go to the police and you file a police report. And then everybody will probably believe you. But no, you're going to wait 2 years and then put it in a book? It's sus.
Andrew Wilson super chatted $20. Love the content, bud. Keep it up. I'm out of here and remember everyone. Left, right. They're all on the Epstein list. It's not racist to want legal immigration, and holding politicians accountable regardless of party is okay.
Amen. Yeah, let's write that into the bylaws, dude. Let's make that our fucking, the pink trip motto, dude. Yeah, Andrew, I agree 100%, brother. And thank you for the 20, man. You have a wonderful night. Thank you for your support, bro. But yeah, like I'm saying, go to the police. Report it to the police. Don't wait 2 years and then all of a sudden put it in a book and then you think people aren't going to be like, well, why didn't you go to the police? I don't know. I'd rather not give a detailed account, so I'll keep it simple. He carried me back to the hotel room and asked me to sleep beside him. I said yes. Look, no self-respecting chick is going to be like, yeah, I'll sleep next to you. You know what's going to happen. The dude's going to want to fuck, okay? If I carry you to my bed and I'm like, yeah, sleep next to me, I'm going to want to fuck you, okay? I'm sorry, but that's just heads up, ladies. This is how men work, okay? I was incredibly intoxicated. It's not an excuse. I don't care if you're, you shouldn't take advantage of women that are intoxicated, but, at the end of the day, you got to take some responsibility for your decisions. And some part of me convinced myself that because he was Tommy's friend, he wasn't particularly dangerous. It was a poor decision, but it happened. He kissed me. I wasn't expecting it, and I wasn't looking for it. You got into the bed of another grown fucking man, dude. Come on. But I kissed him back briefly and then told him I wanted to sleep. I was extraordinarily tired. He wanted to go further. I said no very clearly multiple times. Well, at that point, yeah, you should have backed off, Andrew. If this is a true story. Again, I don't trust Andrew Tate, and I don't trust this Lauren Southern either. She's, I do think she's kind of hot, though. But apparently she's just, like, fucking everybody. According to Milo Yiannopoulos, she rarely says no to anybody. So, guys, you got a chance. I was expecting it, and I wasn't looking for it, but I kissed him back briefly. He wanted to go further. I said no very clearly multiple times and tried to pull his hands off of me. He put his arms around my neck and began strangling me unconscious. Jesus Christ. I tried to fight back. He repeatedly strangled me every time I regained enough consciousness to pull at his arms. That's pretty fucked, dude. If this is true, like, I'm sorry, Laura, but you should have went to the police immediately. You should have went, because this is rape. You got raped. Go to the fucking police. Ladies, if you're watching this show, I know it's not easy. You don't want to go through the bullshit, and then now you're under the pressure, and you're on the spotlight, and the rape kits and all that. It's no fun. You got to go to the police if something like this happens to you. It's not just for yourself, but it's for all future victims of this person that you just got victimized for. So think not just about yourself and getting justice for yourself, but think about stopping this predator from ever doing it again. But you're just going to wait 2 years and then put it in a book. It makes me have doubts. I prefer not to share the rest. It's pretty obvious. Okay, well, if this is true, I'm sorry you went through this, but gosh darn it, you should have went right to the fucking police, dude. Okay, we'll end it with this because I'm already over, almost 2.5 hours. But this is wild, dude. It seems like there's a beef between Harland Williams. Shout out to Harland. He's commented on my post before. He's he's a goat to me, Harland Williams. But he seems to be having a beef with Sam Hyde. And yeah, let's watch this.
You a nature guy, Sam? Do you like nature?
By the way, I like both these guys. I like Sam Hyde too. Sam Hyde's hilarious. MDE's hilarious. But can't we all just get along?
No, not really. What about you?
I would love to. I'd love to throw a nature thing by you.
What's that?
Well, I don't know if you know this or not, but gorillas and orangutans.
Mm-hmm.
Do you like nature at all or no?
No.
But is it okay if I talk to you about it?
Who doesn't like nature? Who says that? I don't like nature. You tell me you don't like a beautiful, walk in the park with trees and birds and fucking, a little lake with some ducks. And I mean, that's just the sounds of nature. That's calming as fuck. Who doesn't like nature? You got problems, Sam. You got problems.
Course, yeah.
Every night, guys.
You're not going to get an answer that you like.
I think I will.
I'm not a big nature guy.
I like bonobos.
Yeah.
You like what?
Bonobos. I like great apes.
Yeah. You like a bonobo?
No, I don't like nature.
Yeah, monkeys are
okay,
different
but
than
maybe
apes.
what if I swayed you?
Well, hit me with what you got.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gorillas and orangutans make nests every night. Like every night they get twigs and they make a nest up in a tree.
That sounds disgusting.
I know. But
I think it was all just a joke, but I got another follow-up. I don't think Harlan was very happy about him wrecking his studio. Yeah, I don't want to give it away. We'll watch.
I would love to see you make a gorilla nest.
Right here?
Doesn't sound easy.
Yeah. Amber, bring in the gorilla twigs, please.
See, look. He says, I would like you to make a gorilla nest. He has, the twigs to make a gorilla nest. So I don't think this was the plan to do what Sam is about to do.
Oh, no. We're going to bring in gorilla twigs.
I got you. Here we go. There we go.
Look, I think Harlan's still trying to make this entertaining, but I think at this point, Harlan is in shock that he's wrecking his fucking studio and just turned his... I mean, there's cameras, there's all kinds of expensive equipment that's probably getting fucking possibly wrecked at this point.
No.
Big gorilla nest coming in.
Is there a gorilla in this room or what?
Oh, there we go.
We lost. We lost power.
Here, get in the gorilla nest.
Wait, bring in the gorilla twig.
Hop in the gorilla nest. All right?
I don't know if we have.
Let's get you in there.
We can't fit in there.
Let's get you in there, buddy. Let's get you in there.
See, this is where Harland's not going. Like, you could see Harland's not wanting to be, whatever this is going on, Harland's trying to fight against it. I don't think Harland wanted it to go this far, guys. See, now you're just bullying poor little Harland Williams, Sam. He's a sweet boy. You're bullying this sweet boy.
Here we go. Gorilla twang. A big monkey.
What are we dancing?
We're big monkeys.
We're big apes.
We're big gorillas.
I think Harland is actually, he's playing it off, but I think he's actually mad. I think he's upset.
We're going to get in that nest. This is crazy.
No, what Sam does is what people that have a little bit of a gut do, which I do too. You sit down, you got to unbuckle your shit when you sit down. Like right now, I'm sitting here, my shit's unbuckled. I'm not going to buckle my belt while I'm sitting down so I can fucking be super uncomfortable the whole time. And I think he just doesn't give a shit. He got up and didn't buckle his pants.
Get in that nest, darling. Oh, God. Get in that nest. I see something I like in that nest.
Yeah. So I got to play the next one. So I don't think Harland was very happy about this. Okay, yeah, this is also a little bit of context to what led to this.
What's your heritage?
Italian, German, English, Irish.
So everything.
I mean, those four things.
You know you're legally allowed to open an IHOP with all those
I should
qualifications.
Hope so. That would be a good move, I think.
International House of Pancakes.
Mm-hmm. What are you?
Nosy.
Are you Jewish? Does that mean Jewish?
Maybe I am, yeah.
Okay.
Had my bar mitzvah when I was 13. Rabbi.
I think Sam got tired of the shtick. It might be what's going on. Sam was just like, maybe he doesn't understand Harland, but I think Sam was just tired of Harland's shtick.
Rabbi Pappenhauer.
Now, are you lying? Are we doing the thing where we're just going to lie the whole time? Or are you saying that you really had a bar mitzvah when you were 13?
Can you
confirm? Wait, are we lying?
Yeah, you could tell Nick, I don't think Nick was very happy about Sam doing this. Sam, you're derailing us just like the first time with MDE, dude. Keep your control, bro.
Asking you.
I'm asking you.
I had one. The House of Lies.
I'm not lying.
Jar of Flies.
I have a vague recollection of that, so it might be true.
Larry, go ahead.
Yeah, the bar mitzvah, the
Larry?
bat mitzvah that you were doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
I like Harland. I mean, Harland was, I grew up with Harland. He was everywhere when I was a kid. He was in a lot of movies. He was in Half Baked. He was great in Half Baked. He was great in Dumb and Dumber. And he's got a shtick that's not for everyone. But yeah, he's a good dude. He's a sweet boy.
Remember the ceremony only vaguely, so I think it might not be a lie.
What do you think, Sam?
I'm totally in mystery right now. I need to know though.
Look, I'm willing to switch topics if this is getting too convoluted.
I need to know the truth.
I'm not Jewish.
Okay.
What? You seem disappointed.
Well, I thought we were getting on I thought you were gonna be like the big Jew that kind of opens doors for us.
I can.
Can you?
Yeah. What do you mean, big Jew? Like a fat Jewish person?
FYI, Harland. A few people have done this, like Dr. Chloe Carmichael. By the way, she's got a new book out. Go check it out. She was on Tim Pool again. Love her. She's a sweetheart. Dr. Chloe Carmichael's the best. And then you got I lost my train of thought.
Or
it'll come back to me.
A Jewish person in the industry. I'm so sorry. Did I hit your ovary?
People that have commented on the cuts that they're in. Dr. Chloe Carmichael, Lex Fridman has commented on multiple cuts that he's in, and Harland Williams left a comment on a cut I made of him. They're all being very, very positive and complimentary. So yeah, I like these guys. If you can laugh at your own supercut, which most people do, that I make of you, you go up in my book.
Fresh tat.
So yeah, okay. So here's the evidence that Harland really didn't like this. Okay, this is him replying to comments. Yeah, this is what we saw already. Sam absolutely cannot handle the feeling of not being in control. Parts of the comment. Harland didn't go to Sam's show. After the podcast, he checked his schedule and turns out he's busy for the rest of his life. Haha, correct. H. That's the way he always types. He puts H, the period. I don't think Harland was very happy about his studio being wrecked. Somebody's got to clean it up, and maybe fucking some equipment got broken. Nick looks so uncomfortable. Heart. People just take Sam's ear beating and juvenile nonsense and be the adult so it doesn't turn into this. But Harland refused and gave him a taste of his own medicine. It's a terrible show, but I really appreciate him for this. Heart. Interrupting Sam's plugs with technical difficulties seems like fair revenge for trashing the set. Heart. I don't think, dude, why would you be happy? Like, you sit there all day. It's a lot of work, dude, setting up a studio. He's probably got a team that set it up. And then once you get it set up, you like don't want to touch it. Because if you fuck with anything, you might have to readjust this and readjust. Now you got an hour of just readjusting things. And he just fucking throws over the I mean, it was a little bit of an overreaction. But yeah, hey, you're going to get a viral clip. And I like Sam. But this is what I do. I speak my mind. Even though I like you, if you do something I think is stupid, I'm going to say it. In this case, Sam, be respectful of Harland fucking Williams. You were just you weren't even an idea when this dude was out there entertaining people, bro. Show some fucking respect. All right, we're going to end the show. Love you guys. Damn, this is a great show. I love when I got a high energy for the show. Today was a good one. Yesterday was like, I was dead. I was like, how am I going to get through this? I'm so fucking tired. Today, I'm flying on all cylinders. This is great. Maybe I should go another 8 hours. It's all about how well I sleep the night before. Because some nights I do not sleep well, and then I fucking feel it the next day. Appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for the support. You guys rock, like always. We'll be here tomorrow. And yeah, I don't know what we're talking about tomorrow, but it might still be this Epstein stuff, or maybe finally something else will come up to talk about. We'll see. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Hit the thumbs up on the way out if you enjoyed the show, and we'll see you on the next episode. Have a great night, guys.
Please subscribe and hit the like and ring that bell if you want notified. Here's some other videos to watch that you might like or you might not. Have a great day, my internet friend. I hope I'll see you once again. Please subscribe and hit the like and ring that bell if you want notified. Have a great day, my internet friend. I hope I'll see you once again. Please subscribe and hit the like and ring that bell if you want notified.